There's a spirit can ne'er be told, and Jimbo Fisher's Aggies will need the spirited 12th man this September Saturday. Gus Malzahn's 8th-ranked Auburn Tigers, undefeated in Aggieland, back at Kyle Field for a critical September matchup in the SEC West. Gig'em versus War Eagle.
Welcome to College Station, Texas, for a key West Division showdown between the Tigers and the Aggies.
We back in the speakers, back in black, getting blasted in the bleachers. It's probably true what my mama said. I do it just like my daddy did. We back in the saddle, back on stage, making the whole place rattle. Back with the A-team, train on the track. Thought we were gone, but you're wrong. Now it's on.
He is gone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Thought we were gone, but you're wrong. Now it's on. We back.
This is the Home Depot SEC on CBS.
From Aggieland, this is the Home Depot SEC on CBS. We begin our doubleheader with 8th-ranked Auburn against number 17 Texas A&M with the full force of 102+ thousand fans at Kyle Field, home of the 12th man. With John Trippin, Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel, I'm Carter Blackburn. Guys, if we know anything about college football in 2019, if you are a contender in the SEC West, you're a contender for the biggest trophies in the sport. Now, we expect Alabama and LSU to be there. My question is, Rick, are either of these two teams ready to be a contender in the SEC West?
Well, I promise you, both these programs consider themselves elite. And if you've ever been on either of the campuses, you'll understand why. Auburn has already stamped their card as a contender by beating Oregon in the opening weekend. Texas A&M went on the road and got nipped by Clemson in Death Valley out there, but they feel like they're on schedule as well. And don't be surprised if Jimbo Fisher is ahead of what most people think is a year away for the Aggies.
Well, both teams know, and the players do see what's going on in the country and in the SEC, especially the SEC West. Alabama, LSU, two very tough teams right now. You want to get going early in the season, especially in SEC ball, especially in the West. This is a big game, and it's crazy out there, man. This is going to be a fun game to watch.
Well, Auburn has a new quarterback, the true freshman Bo Nix, but Aaron, there is a familiar recipe with the Tigers.
Well, if you want to win football games with a young quarterback, it starts with a run game. Kent State last week, 3 rushers, over 100 yards. And don't be surprised if Joey Gatewood gets in here as well as a little bit of a mix-up to get this run game going to help their young quarterback ease into a very, very tough defense tonight. But hey, let's not get it wrong. Auburn's built on defense. This defense, very similar to 2010. Nick Fairley introduced me to what SEC defense is all about. And you look at this team right now, big up front, strong, physical, lanky on the back end, 11 hats to the football. Little slow start to the year versus Oregon that first quarter, but since then, 29 points, total points allowed, 700 total yards allowed as well. So they're hitting their stride early. I'll tell you what, they are scary, scary, scary to go against.
Well, the Aggies have a veteran quarterback, Kellen Mond, as we check out our Do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot. Kellen Mond has to be smarter with the football.
Well, you hit it. He has to play smarter to have a chance today against this great Auburn defense. Here against Clemson, you can see he has an open receiver. He misses him. Could have been a big play, changed the outcome of that game. Quarterback run will be something they'd love to feature, but he can't give it up as he did in Death Valley just a few weeks ago. Here again, pressure causes a turnover, something that can't happen for the Aggies. But we know he's capable. A year ago in Tuscaloosa, he ran for over 100 yards in the first half. This will be key in terms of flipping field position. His eyes down the field in Jimbo Fisher's offense. Here you can see him bisecting his own. It looks like the ball might be behind Sternberger. Actually, it was a perfect throw.
Georgia versus Notre Dame tonight. But for now, all eyes on Aggieland. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Dr. Pepper, ExxonMobil, Chick-fil-A and by the Home Depot. E. King Gill would be proud of this scene. The 12th man rocking from midnight yell to kickoff for number 8 Auburn versus 17th ranked Texas A&M from Kyle Field here in College Station, Texas. Gus Malzahn undefeated in College Station despite this elite atmosphere. But that was prior to Jimbo Fisher's arrival in Aggie Land. Gus Malzahn now 7th season as Auburn head coach. Well, Jimbo Fisher has some time on the plains as well. And for more on those ties, here's John Trippett.
Well, if you haven't heard Auburn's freshman quarterback Bo Nix, he is special. But he also has a very unique connection to this game. His father, Patrick, played at Auburn, was the quarterback there in the mid-90s. His quarterback coach at the time was none other than current Texas A&M head coach Jimbo Fisher. Now, I spoke to Patrick earlier this week. He told me he and Jimbo are still close. They speak regularly, but he said he did not reach out to him this week because he said, you know what? I didn't know what to say to him. I couldn't wish him good luck because I want Auburn and my son to win. Well, if you take a look at what his son Bo has done, he has done nothing but win. Back in high school, he's a winner, and even here in college. But with everything he has accomplished, he has never played in an atmosphere quite like this. I asked his father what advice he gave to his son. He said, stay calm. Don't get caught in the emotion of the game. Carter, let's see how he handles this crowd noise.
The true freshman makes his first SEC start on the road in this environment. Aaron Murray, it wasn't too long ago that you were in his shoes. So what advice do you have for Bo Nix?
And I had the benefit of redshirting, so I got to go on the road as a freshman and see what an environment like this would look like and feel like, and how the challenges of communication. It's tough for him. He just needs to relax, go through his reads, calm his feet, calm his mind. It's a lot easier said than done when you're in front of 102,000 people.
And of course, Jimbo Fisher very well aware of how this environment can affect opponents. 10th season as a head coach with the title at Florida State, now 2nd season for the Aggies of Texas A&M on a steamy September Saturday in College Station, Texas. So thankfully the storms that rolled through the area last couple of days have cleared off right now. 91 degrees, partly cloudy, and the largest crowd of the year in the SEC anticipated for Texas A&M versus Auburn. Texas A&M has won the toss and elected to defer. So Auburn will get the ball to start here in Kyle Field. Noah Igbenogany back for Auburn. He had the critical interception off Kellen Mond, and last year's come from behind win for Auburn on the Plains. Braden Mann's kickoff will be a touchback to the 25-yard line. So we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups, and of course it begins with the Auburn offense. And Bo Nix, yes, Bo Nix, lifelong Tiger, but no, he is not named after that Bo. Patrick and Kristen Nix named him after her father, who passed away just before Bo was born. Patrick's father, Conrad, won a couple of state titles coaching Warner Robins, Georgia's Northside High School. Retired, went to work for his son. So Patrick told us back to Bo's junior high days, the family dinner discussions all about football. Shivers with him in the backfield. Shivers gets the handoff. Gets out to the 29, and so Bo Nix. All right, Rick, now from the coach's perspective, I mean, how do you coach him up for this environment?
It's all about making sure Bo Nix is comfortable. This is a hostile environment. First time he's been truly on the road. And a running play right here is a great way to get him comfortable. All of a sudden, now he's just playing football. Gus Malzahn is an expert at teaching youngsters to play this position. He's loving being back in the play-calling saddle. Anxious to watch this one.
In fact, Coach Malzahn told us, I'm never giving it up, no matter how long I do this. Nix on the roll, pressured, Drops it off. It's incomplete. Intended for Eli Stowe. Let's take a look at the offensive starters.
Well, the guy that I want to feature here is Prince Teo Wanago. He's their left tackle. He did not play last week. He was hobbled. They need him to go because the backup, Bailey Sharp, is out for the year.
Ineligible player downfield, number 64. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down. Correction. First down.
Well, that appears to be a win for the Aggie defense because run-pass option, man downfield.
That was miscommunication. Those wide receivers were out there blocking. They thought it was a run. Obviously, Bo Nix had other ideas.
Harold Joyner with them in the backfield now. That's a redshirt freshman from Birmingham. So Whitlow does not start. Into the hands of Joyner on the edge. Joyner gets back to the 39. He lost the football. Auburn gets on top of it. Auburn recovers it. Canella gets on top of the football. Whitlow doesn't start in part because of the fumble issues, and Auburn puts it on the ground anyway.
It's an issue for this Auburn offense taking care of the football.
Joyner going to take the shovel. 2nd and 8. Joyner stretches. He is just short of the first down. Hansford on the stop. Let's take a look at that Aggie D.
It's a tremendous D, especially against the run. Buddy Johnson, middle linebacker.
Legal substitution on the defense. The replaced players were not able to get off the field prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough thing. This Auburn offense is going to go, 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 go. You got to get the substitution right. Buddy Johnson going back to the middle linebacker. He's the one that needs to communicate everything going on defensively. The formations, the shifts, the jet sweeps. There's a lot of eye candy for this Auburn offense.
You have to be really careful about substituting when the ball's on the far hash. That time A&M got caught. Nice play by Gus Malzahn's offense to catch that and create an opportunity here.
Jatarvius Whitlow is in for 2nd and 3. Nix. Whitlow into round. Here's Schwartz, the speedy Schwartz across the 50. Here goes Schwartz inside the 20, and it is touchdown, Tigers. 57 yards for Anthony Schwartz.
Gus Malzahn talked about Anthony Schwartz as being the fastest guy he's ever coached. He said light year fast.
Well, look at Bo Nix with the block right there. You love a quarterback getting involved early in the game. We saw a couple of runs, getting his juices flowing in a big environment like this. Nothing like throwing a block, too, to spring his receiver for the long touchdown run.
Last season versus the Aggies, just 19 rushing yards. The Tigers, 68 on the drive, 57 of them on the TD run for Schwartz.
3 times that total in 1 carry.
Carlson on for the PAT, only the 2nd time the Aggies have allowed a rush of 20+ this season. So a big opening statement for the Tigers.
Yeah, Gus Malzahn knew he had to be creative to get this run game going. Here's your speedy receiver to start this game off.
7-0 Auburn on the longest rush of the season. The 57-yard TD run by Anthony Schwartz.
You have to expect some kind of trickery when you play this offense. Michael Clemens, right here at the bottom of your screen, defensive end, needs to protect to the outside. He can't get fooled. You see him out of his lane right there. Auburn takes advantage of it. Great block by Bo Nix. And that's just too much speed. Way too much speed. If you get in the open grass with him, he's going to make you pay for it, and he did right there with a long, long, long touchdown run.
Mike Elko's defense is predicated on setting edges and then having everybody have an assignment. When we talk to him, they treat everything like triple option. So everybody has a responsibility. Clemens right there had the edge. He's not going to make that play. You see him kind of wandering into no man's land. It cost him right there the contain. He couldn't spill the ball carrier back to his help.
Wasn't this supposed to be a low-scoring defensive game, and yet Auburn like that, 7-0 to get it started. Smith is back, he'll let it bounce, it'll be a touchback, and so the Aggie offense comes out. Time for our Chick-fil-A starting lineups. And we begin with the Aggies with Kellen Mond, the junior, and in 2019 clear QB1 for the Aggies, nearly an Auburn Tiger. San Antonio's Reagan High School. He was committed to Baylor. The well-publicized coaching change there, so Kellen opens up his recruiting Ends up at IMG Academy in Florida and down to 2 schools, Auburn and Texas A&M. Committed to Kevin Sumlin, and now he's Jimbo Fisher's latest quarterback project, although both Kellen and Jimbo telling us yesterday there is work to be done for Kellen Mond. Capote's in the backfield with him. Capote takes it, trying to get the edge, and there is great news for Auburn fans as Derek Brown gets the tackle for loss in the backfield. Played only one series last week, but he is ready to roll here today as we take a look at the rest of the Aggie offense.
I think a lot of eyes will be on Isaiah Spiller, number 28. Was not expected to be the starter in this football game. If you want to go back 4 or 5 weeks ago, 2 100-yard games. They want to get him going early to make Kellen Mond more comfortable in the pocket.
Derek Brown gets a tackle for loss to make it 2nd and 15. Mond fake it, toss it on the edge, blown up in a hurry. Christian Tuck comes down to make it 3rd and very long.
Christian Tuck plays what they call the star in this defense. Many people would refer to as a nickel. Obviously very athletic, able to cover out in the slot, but also linebacker-type tackling skills.
Well, that's the whole secondary for this Auburn team. All of these guys are very good tacklers in space. They're fast, they're physical. It's not just the D-line. One thing about Auburn, we think D-line. Those guys in the back end earn a lot of our respect.
Back-to-back tackles for loss by the Auburn D, making it 3rd and 16. Mond and the Aggies. Mond over the middle. That's complete. Osborne makes the grab. 1st down. Thomas makes the stop. But Mond to Jamon Osborne, converting on 3rd and long.
That's a great job. Cover 2 high safeties. You got to look the will linebacker down. You see the running back a little settled down. Will linebacker jumps up real quick, and then great anticipation by Kellen Mond to convert for the 1st down.
In watching practice the other day, he loved throwing dig routes. Those 16 to 18-yard in routes. He hit one on perfect stride right there.
If I had a big arm like him, I'd love throwing those things too. He could bring it in the heat with those big dagger routes.
Capote in the backfield. Mond, quick hitter to Osborne. Incomplete. Incomplete on the edge. Tavares Davis there in coverage. Let's take a look at the rest of the Tiger defense.
Well, the headliner here is Derek Brown. He's going to play in that front. He'll play right over the center at times. He'll play on the outside edge of a guard as what we call a 3 technique. He is a space eater deluxe, but he's more than just a body. He is absolutely active, and his presence today is vital for this Auburn team to try to corral the Aggies.
So Wanago and Brown both able to go today. We also anticipate Seth Williams should be fine. All 3 of them question marks. Capote patiently picking his way, only gets back to the 40-yard line, a couple yards there.
They let Brown look like he lined up off sides right there. You talk about crowding the football. He was getting every inch of it.
Well, he was called for offsides a couple times last year, but he was dominant, especially in the 4th quarter when Auburn was able to come back. Yeah,
I mean, does that not look offside? I don't know what they're looking at.
I mean, it's not like he needs it. He's quick off the ball, big and physical already.
I mean, it's one thing to be 325 pounds. It's another one to be offsides.
Almost offsides right here again.
Advantage Derek Brown, and now Mond 3rd and 8. Over the middle, it's complete. Converting on 3rd and long again over the middle across the 50-yard line. McCreary finally makes the stop. Weidermeyer makes the grab.
And it's the same route from a tight end this time. You see the big dig route over the middle to about 15 yards. He loves it. He loves this throw. He feels very comfortable in it. So if you get in a 3rd and long situation, and to anticipate that play call.
Question was who was going to replace Jay Sternberger, right? This young man, Weidermeyer, Jimbo says is going to eventually be a 1st rounder.
Sternberger, 3rd round pick of the Packers. Mond's go-to target last year.
Got a wheel out.
Here's a deep shot on the wheel, and he left it just long, which, Rick, you said you saw that so many times against Clemson.
This is shades of exactly what we saw against Clemson. You've schemed a perfect wheel route. You move the action, the pocket towards the field. You throw back against the grain. He's got his guy. Just put a little bit more air on it. Aaron, I know you're a quarterback. When you said you don't have to necessarily score the touchdown, but you can't give up those 30 yards that you just earned, right?
Hey, listen, I'm going to come to Kellen's defense here a little bit. The running back coming out of the backfield needs to just keep pumping. You saw him start to slow down. He's not used to running in that much space as a receiver. You got to keep pumping and run through it. May have made that thing a little bit closer.
Puts him at 2nd and 10. And now Mon feeling the pressure, rolls out of the pocket, looking downfield, and now Mon will scramble out of bounds. A minimal gain shoved out by Igbenogany.
You know, it's kind of funny talking with Kevin Steele yesterday. They actually prefer Kellen Mond to roll to the right. He's about 60% going to his left and about 40% going to his right. It's a little unique, and you and I discussed this a little bit, Rick. Quarterbacks usually tend, when they go to the left, to try to really flip that front shoulder to get downhill to make the throw. Going to the right, you can be lazy at times. So watch this defense. If they're going to bring pressure, they're going to want Kellen going to his right to throw the ball on the run.
See if they go to another in route.
Twice converted on 3rd and long already, and now Mon will check.
Man-to-man defense. Find your best matchup and see if that guy can win.
Mond on 3rd and 8. Here comes the pressure. Here as he throws. Let's go. Inside the 25. It is incomplete, but there is a flag down on this side of the field. Not where Rodgers was diving for the football. It's on this side.
Wait and see what they call. Normally these calls are on the defense in some form of holding.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Holding. Number 20, defense. Gets an eligible receiver. This is a 10-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Well, so much for a defensive struggle, fellas.
Hey, 3rd down and long. No big deal, right?
Both coaches talked about how important it was to make 1st down really effective so that you didn't get in 3rd and long, and yet we've seen a number of 3rd down conversions already.
So McDade with that flag there was holding on Jeremiah Denson. So 1st and 10 out of the 35 after Auburn touchdown on the opening drive. Quick strike. Aggies move the chains again on 3rd and long. Weidermeyer in motion. Mond will turn and hit. That's Isaiah Spiller on the left side. Spiller, nothing there on the left side, and Wooten leads the way.
This is a nice job by the Auburn front, stringing this along, keeping gap responsibility. Against Oregon, this was Oregon's best running play, the outside zone. So obviously they've done some work on it in keeping their gap integrity.
10th play of the opening drive. Aggies without Deshaun Corbin, hamstring injury versus Clemson, out for the year. They lost Travion Williams to the Bengals. He's dealing with a foot injury himself. Mond 2nd and 10. Check down, complete. Spiller, but he is wrestled down in the open field. So minimal gain. McLean makes the stop. Zacoby McLean, sophomore from Valdosta, Georgia.
And so many defenses, when they want to bring pressure, usually it's a zone coverage behind it, but Kevin still feels great. If he's going to bring pressure, he feels fine man-to-man on the backside. So Kellen Mond has to be more accurate than that. You put the ball in front of your running back, put it on his front pec, it gives him a chance not to have to slow down, keep going. It's going to be tight, though. These guys are tremendous at man coverage. But if you can lead them, it's a good thing.
Interesting play call here, because this could be 4-down territory.
We're at the 31, 6 to go. Aggies still perfect on 3rd down. Opening drive. Mond on 3rd and 6. Pressured again. Hit as he throws again to the outside. Jump ball incomplete. Courtney Davis got hands on it. Popo's the one who laid the lick on Mond. McCreary there in coverage.
Field goal team headed in now. There was a potential for a quarterback run play call right there, which would have given you either a 1st down or a 4th and short opportunity. They like the man coverage and the matchup with Courtney Davis.
So here comes Seth Small from 49. Career long is 52. Had a critical miss last year from 36 at Auburn in the 4th quarter. This one from 49 is no good. So a touchdown for Gus Malzahn's Tigers, and they hold the Aggies. Quite an opening statement on the road for War Eagle. 7-0 Tigers. Looking down on Kyle Field, 102,000 plus. Auburn has the 7-0 lead on the Aggies. America's favorite kid genius, Sheldon Cooper, is back. Catch the season premiere of Young Sheldon at its new time, Thursday, 8/7 Central, here on CBS. Let's check in with John Trippin.
Well, guys, on that first touchdown that the defense gave up, it was actually a case of the home noise affecting the defense. When the secondary got to the bench, their secondary coach, Maurice Linguist, asked them who had the edge. When they couldn't figure it out, he said, you've got to be able to communicate better, and because you can't hear each other, you have to use hand signals to communicate. We can't let that happen again.
Wow, here we were worried about Bo Nix, and it's the defense he's going up against. Thank you, John. Excellent report. Shivers in the backfield. Here's Nix on the toss. Complete. That is Seth Williams, who is a question mark coming in, and he looks just fine. Rolling to near the 50, a gain of 19.
We talk about arm angles. That's a great job by Bo Nix right there, kind of manipulating where his arm angle was going to be, his slot, and then being able to throw an accurate pass on the quick hitch route.
Nix, the true freshman, hands off Shivers on the left side. There's Clemens, who had the bust on the TD, who stops the forward progress eventually. A headlock on Shivers as well.
Well, listening to John's report, maybe it wasn't Michael Clemens who had the edge. Maybe it was a secondary player that was responsible for that edge, and they just didn't get it communicated.
Whitlow is back in for 2nd and 9. Canella, late arrival. True freshman from Pinson, Alabama. Fake to reverse, and Bo Nix lets it fly to the end zone. Incomplete, just overshooting Anthony Schwartz. They wanted him again.
That's a freshman with a little bit too much juice on his first game in a big-time stadium. Great job by the offensive line, great protection. You know your receiver has plenty of speed to split the double team. And just a little bit too much juice.
Are you going to tell me that Schwartz should have kept pumping his arms?
No, Schwartz was pumping now. He was moving.
I remember we talked to Gus yesterday. He said, we're going to throw it to him. We threw it to him last week. He had the club on.
Yeah,
so,
no
yeah, we should.
today.
Yeah.
You get guys open, quarterback. Just relax and get a little bit more air under it.
That might be the farthest Bo's ever thrown a football.
And now on 3rd and 9. Bo Nix wanted the toss back. And now scrambling in the open field. It opens up late and it's caught. Shaker has the grab. Has the first down.
Ineligible downfield.
So this one looks to be coming back. There's not just one. There's at least 2 flags.
This was a great job by Tyree Johnson smelling this out.
Ineligible player downfield. 64. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Tyree Johnson, the Aggie defensive end, felt this play. He backed up. Took away all the timing from the throwback. Nix Young still tried to make the play, but those offensive linemen had already scooted down the field.
These fans have seen a guy that can move around like that. Johnny Manziel, that kind of reminded me of a little Johnny right there. The ability to move and create. Yes, it was not a great play because he got the penalty, but you got to see what Bo Nix can do with his legs and how creative he can be as a quarterback.
You're giving Bo Johnny already?
Hey, look, the little Johnny in the stadium right there.
And now Nix. The frozen offensive line play. Shivers, the Aggies are ready. Dropping for a loss. Matabike, the defensive tackle, makes the stop for a loss of 6.
Gus Malzahn has more gadgets up his sleeve than almost any play caller out there. He brought them all from his high school days, right? The old trickle-up stuff, right? And it got the offensive line frozen, trying to get the defense to go to sleep. No taking the bait by the Aggie front. Well coached. Great job, Mike Elko.
Aaron Sibos, the junior punter. Roshaw Paul is back for the Aggies. Auburn punts on its 2nd possession. And it will sail out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it out. But the Aggies should have decent field position for their 2nd possession. Right around the 27-yard line. 7-0 Auburn to get it started in Aggie land. Tonight, the SEC on CBS under the lights for a primetime matchup that will shape the landscape of this year's college football season when the 7th-ranked Fighting Irish go toe-to-toe with number 3 Georgia here on CBS. Georgia has a band of horses in the backfield as always. Aaron Murray, what are your thoughts on Georgia versus Notre Dame?
A bunch of running backs and offensive linemen at average, I don't know, about 325 pounds. And a quarterback like Jake Fromm. It's going to be a fun night in Athens, I tell you what.
Had they been running the ball like they are right now in Georgia, I might have got you at UCLA.
Seriously.
We're going to throw it more.
I ain't throwing the ball 15, 18 times a game. I need to go like air raid.
How frustrating
offense.
you think that is for Jake Fromm?
Who cares? He's winning football games. That's all he cares about.
I like it. I like it. Unbalanced here.
On in the Aggies' 2nd possession. Missed field goal on the 1st. Handoff Isaiah Spiller, the true freshman. There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage as Spiller gets to the 34.
They caught him for offsides this time.
Offside. 91. Defense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
All right, let's check in with John.
Well, guys, this Auburn defensive front came into this game already banged up, and they are down one guy already. Defensive end Marlon Davidson is in the locker room right now. It is an upper body injury for further evaluation. No word yet if he will return, guys.
Right now, Daquan Newkirk is out there on the defensive line for Auburn. So Brown is a go. Right now, Davidson is down. On 1st and 5, Mond, handoff again, Spiller, nothing doing. What Auburn defense has been stout from the start.
I still think they need to get this quarterback running, but you can see these guys are formidable up front.
That is the 3rd tackle for loss already by the Auburn defense. This is the way they played the 4th quarter last year against the Aggies in Auburn, and they have started it here. And Kevin Steele, one of the most respected defensive coordinators anywhere in college football. All the numbers, including the scoreboard, in favor of Auburn early. Mond, 2nd and 7. Deep out. Looks like he is tackled just short. And it's Tutt who comes up to make the stop on Buckley. I mean, just short.
Well, this is a play they ran probably about 5 or 6 times in practice on Thursday. Very simple read, outside in. If you have a man-on-man, you can take a peek at your slot receiver on the inside fade. But great job by Kellen, showing off that arm strength, being able to get the ball out there in a hurry to make this a 3rd and manageable.
This is a big play for A&M here to keep their offense on the field and let their defense continue to rest a little bit.
So you get substitutions prior to 3rd and short, but now the play clock inside of 10 seconds. 3rd and 1. Mond will hand off, and that looks like a stop by Auburn. Spiller looks like he is stopped. Wow, Britt comes up to make the hit, and Auburn's defense flag, and a lot of pushing and shoving. Beal right in the middle of it.
Guys, it looked like Auburn lined up offsides again.
I'll let John McDade and his crew sort this one out, but it
clearly didn't call it. But
right.
So Cheney ain't trying, right? You know, try to push the limits a little bit for the defensive line. I tell you what, though, KJ Britt came up with a hit on that one. That's scary with the linebackers.
The result of the play is that the run was short of the line to gain, bringing up 4th down. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 86 of the offense, 15-yard penalty.
That's on Glenn Beal. You saw Coe come over there and get tangled up, but it is only on Beal. No flag against the Tigers, all against the Aggies.
SEC ball, it's an emotional game. It is. It's the first one this season, too. A lot of great players on that football field. A lot of pride going on for your school and what you can do. You just can't have all the extra stuff afterwards. Keep it in between the whistles. A lot of shoving for both teams right there. Beal's the one that got caught, though.
Here you see one of college football's best punters, Braden Mann. Christian Tutt is back. He will let it bounce, and now Tutt scoops it up around the 25. Tutt has a chance at a return. Tutt across the 45, and Christian Tutt crosses into Aggie territory again to set up the Tigers. He had the big return to set up the game-winning drive last year versus the Aggies, and Christian Tutt brings this one back for the exact same yardage as he had on the return in the 4th last year. 28 yards. Next Saturday, the SEC on CBS features the Ole Miss Rebels running into Tuscaloosa, looking to upset the 2nd-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. It all kicks off with State Farm College Football today at 3 Eastern, right here on CBS. Tide no problem today with Southern Miss. Let's go back to that penalty that was called on 86 Glenn Beal. And that is what gets the penalty.
It's always the last guy, Rick. It's always the last guy. That last-second kick or push.
Just remember that great officials call, giving him the business.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that certainly would have applied. Auburn is averaging 8 yards on 1st down. Joyner with Nix in the backfield. Nix going to keep it on 1st and 10. Let's check in with John.
Well, we talked about the emotion of this game. As soon as Glenn Beal came to the bench after receiving that penalty, his tight end coach, Joe John Finley, got in his face, and he said, "You can't do that." Well, Beal was trying to tell him what had happened. He said, "I don't care. You can't respond. This is bigger than just you." The coaches are really doing a great job here on this end of trying to calm the emotions of this Texas A&M bench.
And Jimbo Fisher keeps talking about his Aggies growing up. There's another example of the need. Shivers in the backfield with Nix. He will take it on 2nd and 7. Shivers trying to find the edge. Gets him into 3rd and short. Hines makes the stop.
Well, you talk about first down and averaging 8 yards per carry. That's what you want to do right now with a freshman quarterback. You don't want him to be in 3rd and long. And that's when the package for A&M is going to get crazy. You'll see double A's. You'll see 3-man fronts. Put him in this so then he has a quick hot throw that gets you the first down.
Joey Gatewood in at quarterback now. They'll have a package for him. Look for him to be featured in some sort of run combination.
The redshirt freshman will take the snap along with Whitlow in the backfield, although timeout here. Auburn maybe wasn't lined up properly.
That was called by Gus. He didn't like what he saw.
So
It will be a 30-second timeout.
3rd and 2. We'll see if Gatewood comes back out for 3rd down after this. Third and 2 coming, Rick, but you're already thinking about 4th down.
Joey Gatewood in at quarterback. Obviously, you're sitting here at the 38-yard line. The plus 38 gives you a great chance to go take 2 downs to get this. Gatewood has proven to be a great runner.
And Stove was a great runner as well on the sweep. And Stove gets a first down to the 25, and let's just not even worry about 4th down.
And this is where the tempo gets you, right? They can get up there and get going again. Gatewood now leads the game. Nix is back in. But this is what Gus Malzahn talked to us about, eye candy. We've seen enough quarterback run thus far that A&M has to completely stay on their targets. Mike Elko talked about every defense is triple option oriented. Everybody's got to stay with their guys.
Bo Nix back at quarterback. Malik Miller in the backfield. Already 4 different running backs. Here's a shovel toss, and it is Schwartz on 1st and 10. And here goes Schwartz again. 1st and goal, Auburn. Pryor shoves him out. At the end of the day, you could be in the right gap, in the right situation defense, but speed will always win. And we know how fast Schwartz is once he gets the ball in his hand. Obviously, the big touchdown to start the football game, it's tough. It's tough for linebackers and safeties. Nick's going to hand off to Miller. He stood up in the middle on 1st and goal.
Aaron, you and I saw all these plays practiced the other day by Texas A&M, but they didn't have anybody running as fast as Schwartz.
They didn't have anyone
running around these edges.
The Aggies think they have the football, but believe Miller ruled down. And here comes Gatewood, so it is 2nd and goal.
He told us they had a Gatewood package. Quarterback run, quarterback different counters. Look for a little eye candy right here. Gatewood touchdown.
Fakes it, tosses it, and there it is. Touchdown. Shaker. This one from 6 yards. And an almost perfect start for Auburn here in College Station.
And it's a great job with the unbalanced formation. You actually have the tight end at the tackle position. They move Prince Tega over to the right side of the offensive line. And what we call a run, run, run. Anytime Joey Gatewood's in, he's going to run it. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, the man can throw a football. I saw it in spring practice. We've seen it in practice in the fall.
You can see Jenker, the tight end, lined up in the tackle position. This is an unbalanced set. We'll show you here in a bit.
Carlson's PAT 14-0. The road team has rolled in this recent rivalry. Auburn 14-0 on Texas A&M. Last season's hit comedy is back. Cedric the Entertainer and Max Greenfield star in the all-new season of The Neighborhood, premiering Monday, 8/7 Central on CBS. 14-0 Auburn on the road here at Kyle Field. Carlson's kickoff. Smith is back. Smith will bring it out. A nice Smith. Slips through, gets to the 20. So the decision to bring it out costs him 5 yards. Let's go back to that touchdown. Some classic Auburn in the red zone.
Well, you can see the center here, and you can see the tight end, Jenker, right there, just 2 people away. He's lined up as the backside tackle. The guy covering him right there, Larry Pryor, ends up seeing the eye candy, becoming the edge player for the quarterback run, and nobody covers the tight end.
That's a great job. Same formation they used previously on that 3rd down play, that unbalance. You had everyone going to the right side, the flow's going that way, and you slip a tight end out in that unbalanced formation for an easy touchdown.
Now you know why Gus Malzahn likes calling plays.
Hey, he's having a blast doing it, too. Bodie, he tried to sweep. And here is Mon running across the 25, across the 30. And Mon has a first down. And there's the Mon run.
I have been clamoring for this. This guy is a gifted runner. He's a great weapon with his legs. It creates simpler throwing coverages because you have to put an extra person in the box. Look for Jimbo to try to exploit that a little bit more today.
It's funny, coaches told us that they actually feel better with him running and taking hits because at least you can prepare for it. You and I both know you sit in the pocket, and some of those blindside hits are worse than if you just know that, hey, I'm going to take a linebacker on one-on-one.
Closing seconds of the first quarter that has been dominated by Auburn. Bond on 1st and 10. Fake it. Time in the pocket. Mine on the post. It is caught. What a grab by Osmond from his roommate Kellen Mond. So it was all War Eagle in the first quarter until this one from Mond to Osmond for 41 yards. So the Aggies down by 14 take that into the second quarter. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS. We'll continue after this message and a word from your local station. Gus Malzahn told us yesterday about his true freshman quarterback. He's even. It's a little unusual, even that the true freshman, 4 for 5 passing to get it started. And a 14-0 start for Auburn, but Kellen Mond and the Aggies driving first play of the second quarter. Mond snaps it and hands off. There was nothing doing outside. McClain makes the stop. Let's go back to that 41-yard catch. We had a lot of time to look at it as long as everyone else did as well.
Well, there was some question whether or not he maintained possession. You can see the ball come loose there. It looks like he pins it against his leg, and there's no camera angle that you can say he didn't definitively do it, so they confirm the catch.
That was Osmond for 41 yards. So now over 100 career receptions, 18th Aggie. He was banged up a whole lot last year, sophomore season. Become Kellen Mond's go-to receiver. On 2nd and 9, Mond looking for his check down. It's too high, and it's bobbled, and it is caught. Caboti off his hands, and he manages to somehow haul it in.
Does a great job of concentrating on the ball. Important 3rd down. Question again, is this 4-down territory for Jimbo? Still early in the game. But
I don't think just yet, though. I think you got to get points on the board. Obviously, you want to convert it, keep this drive going. But if you don't get it and you're down, this is not time to be desperate at all. You got to get points on the board to get some confidence for your team.
The point I'm making is we'll know by the 3rd down call here. If he decides to run it and get it to 4th and 1, likelihood goes up.
Bodie in the backfield with Mond. Kellen Mond finds Caboti on 3rd and 5, and he is brought down in the open field. There's Davis with a stop in the open field. Minimal gain. Here comes 4th down, and here comes the kicking unit.
And they're expecting man-to-man coverage. Great job switching off between Davis and the linebacker right there. And these secondary guys are doing a tremendous job. They've done all year, tackling in space. You think as a coordinator, hey, let's get a corner, let's get a safety one-on-one with a running back or receiver. Not with this Auburn defense. They're proving it right now. They can take guys down in the open field.
33-yard attempt coming here from Seth Small after he missed earlier from 48. That is good. The Aggies are on the board, but the Tigers are in control.
Adam Zucker in New York with this Papa John's update. A&M and Auburn each still have to play 3 top 5 teams, including LSU. And Joe Burrow just set a school record with 6 touchdown passes, 4 of them to Jamar Chase, who had 229 yards receiving. They score 66 at Vandy and move to 4-0. Guys?
Oh, my God. I mean, Adam, I still get 66 for LSU, and it is all of a sudden.
I thought that was a highway, not a score.
Get your kicks. Route 66, exactly. Tigers. I mean, Joe Burrow now,
He's unbelievable.
third game this season, 4+.
It's fun, and you can actually turn on an LSU game and enjoy watching it if you're an offensive fan. It's no longer turn it on to watch great defense. You turn it on to watch that offense. Those receivers and Joe Burrow go out there and do their thing.
Transfer quarterbacks are the rage in college football.
And it's here to stay.
Yep.
Braden Mann kickoff. Trickle into the end zone without even looking at it for Igbenogany. So touchback. It'll be Auburn football the 25. Let's test your knowledge with today's Aflac trivia. And this is going to test our knowledge as well, because I promise you, we have not seen this. Who holds the Auburn record for most completions in a game? Okay. We haven't seen this yet. I'm just going to guess there's a family tie in this football game. I don't.
You're going Knicks, huh?
I mean, although Joey Gatewood's out there right now. So with Bo Nix on the sideline, here's Joey Gatewood. At the touchdown pass, his only completion. Gatewood's going to run it here. Joey Gatewood on the edge. He gets to near the 30. Carper makes the stop, gain of 4. And the Tigers, while Gatewood has been used mostly as a runner, the Tigers tell us, the whole coaching staff says, he switches out with Bo Nix again. They like his arm. They like the whole package with Joey Gatewood.
He's not just a runner. You watch him in pregame warmups. You watch him in practice during the week. He can make it happen. Is he as good of a thrower as Bo Nix? No, but he's still good enough if you put in the right situation, especially when the defense is thinking run, run, run. He can make it pay for it like he did with the touchdown pass.
Fire alarm huddle for the Tigers. And so they disguise it so they can try and disguise it. The Aggies are ready for this one. Tackle on the edge. That looks like it could be a horse collar. No flag. Jeremiah Martin makes the stop. No flag.
When they huddle this close to the line of scrimmage, something's up. We talked to Mike Elko. He said we started practicing this on Sunday, trying to get ready for all these different things that they have. Did a nice job of not pulling him down by the horse collar.
It just barely let up, right?
Yep, just enough.
Nye and Whitlow as Kyle Field gets loud again.
This is what Mike Elko had in mind. 3rd and long.
And chasing Bo Nix, the freshman, in trouble on 3rd and 10. Tries to heave it downfield, and it is incomplete. Intended for Stobe. It was Buddy Johnson coming from the mic who put the pressure on Bo Nix.
Coming into this drive, we said A&M would have to stop giving up first down yardage. They would have to get it into 3rd and long. They got it accomplished in this particular drive, and this is why Mike Elko is right now number 2 in the country at forcing 3 and outs.
So that's what they want to do, get it 3rd and long. And now you get to see that 3-down package where you got linebackers up, nickels coming, safeties are coming, really trying to confuse a young quarterback that has not seen this kind of exotic blitz before.
Sebas just 32 yards on the first punt. Paul is back. Paul grabs it at the 25. No fair catch and very little gain there for Paul. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
Welcome back here to Texas A&M as Auburn leads 14-3. Well, we have seen this crowd. They are loud and they are big. This is the biggest stadium in the SEC, over 102,000 fans. So I wondered, how do you feed so many people? I talked to executive chef for Aggie Hospitality, Ryan Farrell. Take a look at some of these numbers. They've been working since Monday with a few thousand employees to get this ready. 80,000 hot dogs, 85,000 bottles of water. Well, if you want the true showstoppers, take a look at what they're serving here at Texas A&M. Bacon on a stick, a 5-ounce slab of bacon dripping with honey and sugar. Oh,
sure, send a few of those up here.
Like candy. Wait. It's unbelievable.
All right, now I want to ask Schriff whether he prefers that or the brisket that I brought with me to College Station, Texas. Spiller. All right, Schriff. Now you're on the spot now. The candied bacon, the brisket. What do you think?
Wait. We're not even done yet. This is the Aggie burger. I'm talking brisket and short rib in a patty. Are you serious?
Go big or go home.
Wow.
Oh, welcome to Aggie land.
Now that's fantastic, John. Now I love they E. King Gill. That's the 12th man, 1922. So they had the E. King grill.
I like
here
it.
at Kyle
I
Field.
see what you did there.
Yeah, that's
second down and 8.
It wasn't my idea. Here's Mond on second down. Steps up, delivers. That is complete. Rogers has it. Rogers is wrestled down. He'll be short of the first down. KJ Britt, nice sportsmanship, gives him a hand back to his feet.
We talked to Kellen Mond about, you know, going from Noel Mazzoni, who was Kevin Sumlin's offensive coordinator. Here they come in little fast huddle.
Started 2 for 2 on third down. Haven't converted the last 3. Mond gets a push, and he appears to have just enough to move the chains for an Aggie first down.
Going from Noel Mazzoni's offense to now Jimbo Fisher's offense, what the difference were, a lot of progression reads in Noel's offense, meaning it is a first down, meaning that you go from receiver to receiver to receiver, not necessarily paying much attention to the defense. In Jimbo's, you go a read of the defense tells you where your first priority
Which is opposite what Auburn does. Auburn's more of a progression offense. We go 1, 2, 3. This offense is going to be a 2 high, you'll work to the right. Single high, you're going to work back to the backside.
Here comes pressure on first down. Mond hands off, and it'll be a tackle for loss. KJ Britt in the backfield. All right, so
what do you prefer, Coach?
Oh, I absolutely
what
want
systems?
the quarterback to know everything that's going on in the defense. There's so many tells out there, and that's when we've heard the term getting the game to slow down. When you know what the defense is doing. It's why these 40-year-olds, Tom Brady can play at 42 years old because he knows what's going on.
Well,
on that
usually
side
if you're going based on coverage, there's usually a progression once you get to that side. So if it's 2 high, we're working to the right, you usually go 1 to 2 back down to my back, and then single high, you work the other side. So it's a little bit of a mixture, but I'm with you. I prefer reading what coverage on the back end.
Having a tackle for loss on first down. Second and 13. Screen set up well. And it's Spiller who has it, and Spiller near a first down. We talked about the good and the bad of Kellen Mond, but Jimbo Fisher going to bat big time for his quarterback, saying no one works harder, no one studies more. I have more confidence in Kellen Mond than anyone I have in a while.
And his leadership, he's not a vocal guy. You don't see him in practice rah-rah getting guys juice, but he's taking that next step this year. He'll break the team down after practice. He's more vocal when it comes to getting the offensive line together and then the running backs together. So he's taking that next step of leadership.
7 straight completions for Kellen Mond. Osborne in motion. Mond over the middle, making 8 straight completions. Courtney Davis first down. There is a flag down as Davis gets to the 36. Gain of 17, but a flag.
Likely offsides against Auburn.
Legal shift. 2 players moving on offense at the same time. Number 65, an interior lineman, was going down while a man was in motion. This is a 5-yard penalty. First down.
And that's on the quarterback right there. You have to make sure your offensive line is set before you put someone in motion. I know you're moving the ball, you're feeling good, but hey, at the end of the day, the big guys take a little bit more time to get that hand on the ground. You got to make sure they're all down before you want to send someone.
Absolutely on the quarterback.
21 rushing yards, and that was, I mean, billed as dual threat, and Kellen Mond, he still runs it, but Jimbo Fisher, part of the developing Kellen Mond as a quarterback, says job number 1, not to run the football. And that is still part of the package for the Aggies. Zay Spiller with him in the backfield on the 1st and 15. Heavy pressure, it's a screen, and it's incomplete. Off the hand, Big Cat Bryant gets the pressure, and Spiller couldn't hang on. Stream CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 news network for coverage that's always focused on the game. Get non-stop highlights, fantasy advice, and picks. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today.
Talking to Jimbo, and we were questioning where Kellen Mond was in his development within his offense. One of the things he also pointed out is we got to catch the ball. Right. We've seen a number of drop balls here, or balls that at least could have been caught.
Yeah, go back to that Clemson game, 3 or 4 drops in critical situations, and we've seen a couple today. Tough catches, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to make them.
2nd and 15. Mond, deep throw, and it is incomplete. Only hand on the football was Javaris Davis to make it 3rd and 15. Now, the good news is the Aggies have thrived in 3rd and long so far.
Be ready for those dig routes, those big dagger routes if you're going to want to play cover 2.
There's an injured Aggie. It's Kendrick Rogers who was down for Texas A&M. Rogers, who had the biggest game against Clemson, 7 catches, 120 yards. Frankston, that's east of Corsicana.
Your Texas geography is just spot on.
I've driven a lot of the state. Training staff tends to Kendrick Rogers. We step aside. Monday on CBS, LA's newest Superior Court judge is changing the system. One case at a time. The new drama, All Rise, premieres Monday, 9/8 Central on CBS. Rogers okay on the sideline. Let's go back to that play. Rick, you think there may have been a penalty?
Head coach Jimbo Fisher said these guys get a little handsy. That looks a little handsy to me. But as Aaron can attest, the rules are what they call, right?
Yeah, they are. They didn't call it. Right now, too, for A&M, I know you want to go for the first down, but don't be surprised if you see something short. You had a great punter, one of the best punters, if not the best punter in the country. Be able to pin Auburn back and then get the ball with, say, a 3 and out, then you give your offensive field position to put a score in before halftime. So don't force the ball if I'm Kellen Mond right now.
It's 2 big conversions on 3rd and long, opening drive, but it ended with a missed field goal for the Aggies. Now 3rd and 15. Mond chased out of the pocket. Kellen Mond on the roll, and he will be dropped. And it's Christian Todd who chases down Kellen Mond in the open field to force 4th down.
Defensively, they're going to bring the heat. You see it coming from the right side. They actually had one of those big dagger routes. Courtney Davis was running about a 16-yard in, had an opportunity if Kellen was able to sit in the pocket right there. But listen, at the end of the day, I still don't think this was a loss for this offense right now. If you're able to get a good punt and pin them back inside the 10-yard line, your great defense needs to do its work.
That was a young offensive line, so they're trying to protect them by sliding everybody a gap to their left and just protect the gap. They ended up with 2 outside and only 1 protector.
Punt unit gave up the big return last time to Tuck up. They let this one sail. And it sails on Braden Mann. He's upset. No chance to pin Tigers back. So Mann lets it sail. So a coaching moment for Jimbo Fisher and his quarterback, Kellen Mond.
Adam Zucker in New York coming up on the Geico Halftime Report. Houston, BJ, and I will get you caught up on today's action, including Tua Tagovailoa throwing 5 touchdown passes for the 2nd straight week. Only took him 3 quarters against Southern Miss. We'll see him next week against Ole Miss here on CBS. Now back to the game.
Roll Tide, roll 49-7 over Southern Miss, getting ready for Ole Miss next weekend. Tua Tagovailoa with another impressive performance.
The new running yards for Alabama are those just unbelievably electric wide receivers catching slants on the RPO and then off to the races.
It's incredible. I mean, you throw a quick slant for a quick, easy 5 yards, something you can throw in your sleep, and those guys beat a safety one-on-one in the open field, and it's a 70-yard touchdown. It's hard to stop because there's 3 of them that can do it.
Another fire alarm.
This is hard to stop as well. This is what the quick huddle for Auburn. They break it, and they want to snap it in a hurry. Shivers is in the backfield. Bo Nix loses the football. Bo picks it up. Bo on the roll, just dumps it in the sideline, and that is the right play.
Yeah, that's a mature play. Don't make a bad play worse, and live to fight again. 2nd down and 10 we can live with. Don't turn the ball over. Don't take a big loss.
I mean, Gus Malzahn going so far as say,
play calls are like your children. Right? you hate it when they get squandered by a bad deal. You work so hard to put that play together.
Time of possession where the Aggies excel, but only 3 points on the scoreboard. 2nd down and 10. Give it to Eli Stove. Aggies ready. They drop Stove to force 3rd and long. Miles Jones leads the way.
Yeah, it's a big job by the defense right here. Get ready to see a little bit more of the exotic stuff. Great job on that 2nd down right now. Not getting faked out, but hey, right now 3rd down. Be ready for it.
Here comes Mike Elko, and where he puts on his mad scientist hat.
Give credit to Marvin Leal there on that stop as well.
Noise gets to be a factor here.
And just look at all the guys that line of scrimmage right now. You don't know who's coming. You don't know who's dropping.
Nix stepping up. He feels the rush. Anderson takes the sack. Matabike gets the sack on Bo Nix.
This is what we were talking about, young quarterbacks. They get back there, they're looking, but they can feel this pressure, and then their eyes come down. Once that happens, it's over. You can see as he's looking down the field, but right here, he sees Rush. And now it's like he's caged and just find me an empty place to get safe.
Well, you see the eyes go down and then they go back up. You don't know where anything's in that split second. In SEC defenses, everything, your picture completely is different at that moment right there. That's his next progression. Can he make all the throws? Yes. Is he very talented? Heck yes, but he needs to learn pocket presence and keeping his head up. And this kid could be special in this league.
Savas hits it from the 5. Paul grabs it at the 35. Rashad Paul across the 40. So the Aggies will be set up across their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Texas A&M. All right, let's answer our Aflac trivia question. Who holds the Auburn record for most completions in a game? Oh, I promise you, we didn't know this. I didn't know this, but I was just going to
guess. Nice job foreshadowing.
Right, October 28, 1995. 34 completions. I mean, that, when you go, all right, 34 completions, who was it against? Arkansas. What an impressive performance. And yet, Arkansas won the game 30-28. So, Bo Nix 4 for 7 in this game. The Aggies set up a good field position. Kellen Mond hands to Capote on the right side. He's dragged down. Marlon Davidson, remember, left the game earlier with an injury, but he's been back out there after missing just a couple of snaps. So Davidson and Newkirk combine on the stop.
Davidson, a great job here holding the edge and then throwing off his blocker and getting back inside to bring down the running back. See how he keeps his arms extended? Beautiful job. Textbook.
That is not a good number for the Aggies. 1.5 yards per rush. They averaged only 2 yards a carry versus Clemson. So this was
a year ago. They ran for 200 yards.
Right, and held Auburn to just 19. And now Mond on 2nd and 10. He feels the rush. It is incomplete. Intended for Buckley over the middle. Davis knocks it away to bring up 3rd and 10.
So I would have loved to see Mond right there run a little bit. Tight man-to-man coverage. You expect that with this Auburn secondary. But right there, you hitch up, no one's open. There was a little bit of a lane. We've seen him get skinny and get through some of those to make some big plays with his legs.
This game is settling into what we expected, which is hard yards, running the ball, and some 3rd and longs, and watching these 2 defensive coordinators dial up some pressures.
After the explosive start from Auburn, they got out to the 14-0 lead. Quiet on 3rd and long. Mond stepping up this time, and he is dropped. This big Derek Brown, the senior Lanier High School, with the upper body contusion.
So you wanted to be a quarterback.
State game.
So you want to be a quarterback. Well, you just sit in the pocket. Your eyes are down the field. You're looking at what coach told you, and then a mass of humanity wearing number 5.
A quarterback or a right guard. Kenyon Green, freshman over there, number 55. I don't know if he signed up for that either. Freshman going against a guy that could be in the NFL right now. That's a tall task, especially on a 3rd and long situation.
In the words of Kevin Steele, that dude will help get you to Atlanta. Yep. They were very happy to have him back. A man who has struggled uncharacteristically today. He's not elite, so this one will roll. Now gets a nice roll inside the 10. Yeah, who's struggling now? Aggies down and inside the 10. So chalk another good one up for Braden Mann. That 56 with a nice roll. So the Tigers are backed up. 3:35 before the half. Coming up, Adam, Houston, and BJ will have first half analysis, scores, and highlights, and a preview of tonight's Notre Dame-Georgia clash. Could you guess? The Geico halftime report coming up. All right, 3:35 before the half. Aggies on defense. Auburn backed up. This is the 3 timeouts. The Aggies are set up pretty well here before the end of the half.
Well, Gus has told us, though, for this offense, they've worked 2-minute a ton in spring and summer through fall camp.
Redlow will take the handoff on first down. Tackle for loss.
I mentioned just a while ago that Mike Elko's defense is number 2 in the country in causing 3 and outs. This would be absolutely right on time if they could do it this time, because not only will they get the ball back, but they'll get it in field position with a dwindling clock plenty of time to get some points on the board before they go in for halftime.
Plenty of time and 3 timeouts as well. Don't forget about that.
Aggies' big number 5, Bobby Brown, gets that tackle for a loss. So Bo Nix and Auburn using some clock here. Rolling under 3 minutes, right around 3 minutes on the draw. Nix slips out across the 10, has a first down, and gets out of bounds near the 25-yard line on the draw.
It's amazing offensively how now your mindset shifts from, okay, let's protect the ball, let's waste some clock. Oh, not so fast. We got a first down. We're moving. Now we're on the offense. Let's get going and see if we can get some points before the end of half.
Last 2 drives were 3 and out for Auburn. So Nix pulls this one. Only gets a couple there as Pryor chases him out. So for Auburn, it was the first 3 drives. You had the 2 touchdowns and then the last 2 3 and out. So that Nix scramble for a first down on the draw. First time they've moved the chains in a while.
If they get a stop here, A&M probably uses one of those 3 timeouts to try to get themselves in a chance to get the possession here before the end of the half.
Clock rolling on ready for play outside of 2 minutes. Even though Nix got out of bounds, Whitlow in the backfield on 2nd and 8. The 12th man getting behind the Aggies. And here comes pressure from D. Nix. It is incomplete. Renfro over the top. Devion Renfro knocks it away to force 3rd and 8.
They are letting them play in the back end.
Auburn got away with one the previous possession, or 2 possessions ago. Looks like A&M's a little early right there. Yeah,
actually,
looks like
maybe a brilliant play.
I don't know. You see the head of the Auburn receiver go down. There was contact before the ball even got there.
And now 3rd and 8 with those 3 timeouts. Are we thinking you get a stop here and the clock is rolling?
Yeah, it's a live clock. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's another exotic.
Double A pressure. Usually the way the center goes, the other backer will go.
He's checking protections. He's getting himself into a max protection.
On 3rd and 8, they need all the protection. Nix backing up. Downfield, and it is incomplete. Hastings slipping out. Classic Auburn on 3rd and 8, and just missed a big one.
That's 2 now. The post throw early on in the game for a big touchdown. Great job. Cover 4. You love it. The little in and out. Get the safety to bite down. The ball just floated a little bit too long there. Couldn't locate it.
And talking to Gus, his mental alarm clock is a little off. He goes too fast. He goes through things too quickly. That, he sees it, and the ball is heaved rather than thrown, and an incompletion rather than a huge
We also tried. I mean, he got it protected up. He did a great job. Changed the protection. Trust it now. Sit in the pocket and make the throw.
And Jimbo Fisher doesn't have to use any of his timeouts. So 3 left. Paul lets this one bounce at the 20 with 1:47 showing on the clock before the half. Aggies have all 3 timeouts, trailing 14-3. Some mysteries can't be explained. Don't miss the premiere of Evil Thursday, 10/9 Central on CBS. Now that's a fun one. That's a fun one to read. I'll admit that.
I liked you lowering your voice a little
you.
bit. It was perfect. It was nice. It was really nice.
It felt very evil.
I was watching something on the screen, and then you started looking. I was like, what's going on over here?
All right, let's dial up a clock drive. 3 timeouts. We're going to save 1 for the field goal. We're going to try to get ourselves down in there. If we get down there a little early, then we'll take a look for a touchdown.
Cabote's in the backfield with Mon. Aggies went 3 and out on the last possession. On 1st and 10, time to throw. Mon, it is caught. Osman wins the battle for the football with Igbenogany.
We've been on these receivers about dropping passes. That's an errant throw by Mon right there, but great job. One-handed. Looks like he completes as well. Great job to get the catch to move the chains.
Wow. What a catch. On 1st and 10. Wanted the check down. Now he's going to tuck it, try to get outside. Trying to run away and just dumps it out. Big Cat Bryant. Arcabius, the one that put the pressure this time on Kellen Mond.
He had Cameron Buckley wide open in the middle, but he was preoccupied watching some white shirts that were unblocked.
It's tough, man, when those, hey, look at, you see Buckley right there. Hey, I'm open, I'm open. Oh, hey, well, by the way, there's 4 guys in white jerseys trying to take my head off, so give me a break back here, buddy.
Does that sound like flashback?
Yeah, sure.
All the timeouts in his holster.
Now you got to say something about Auburn getting a chance. Pressure. Screen, and it's almost picked off. Derek Brown had a paw on the football. Pablo applying the pressure, and Derek Brown, I mean, he might have had a pick six.
He sniffed it out. He saw the screen coming. Great job by him. You're going to see the back coming out of the backfield. He's going to settle, come out. He sniffs it out, says, hey, I'm going to get my 320-pound body in the way of you. And
D lineman's dream right there. D lineman's dream.
And so now 3rd and 10, Auburn has the 2 timeouts. So factor that in for the Tigers. They may have a chance before the half.
Kevin Steele not going to the theory of bend and don't break in 2-minute defense. Coming after Mond.
Sherwood, the deep safety, 3rd and 10. Here they come again. Mond on 3rd and 10, and it is caught near midfield. Goes to Courtney Davis, the junior from Houston. 1:09. Clock stops temporarily after a gain of 18.
So a little back shoulder fade. Great job putting a little bit of juice on this one. Not letting it hang up in the air, and then great job adjusting when the ball's in the air for the receiver.
Under a minute, but 3 timeouts for the Aggies. Mond to Davis again. Left this one high, incomplete. Igbenogany in coverage.
These SEC officials are letting them play in the back end. That was some hand fighting on that last one. Roger McCreary got thrown down. McCreary got thrown down. And
it's payback.
Yeah,
it's payback for
they are letting them play.
Tough throwing it right now. Caleb Chapman into the game for the Aggies. Just 12 rushing yards for Texas A&M. Here's an Auburn timeout. They get set up 54 seconds before the half. 14-3, Auburn. Defensive timeout there for Auburn.
Yeah, right now I think they just did a little bit of miscommunication on the defensive side of the football. But for A&M, you need about 20 yards or so to feel good about a kick. Obviously, you want a touchdown, but if you can at least get 3 points before halftime to make this a 1-score game, you feel good, especially the way Auburn came out, guns blazing in the first quarter.
And you get the ball to start the second half.
So that's ball missed from 48 earlier, so you want to get it at least at the 30 for a 47-yarder. Going by that. Swing it out. That's Capote out of the backfield, and Capote out of bounds, 3rd and short. Still 3 timeouts. Potential
for 4 down. I would probably say Jimbo wouldn't do it. You're looking for it, and I still go back. Kellen Mond's legs, especially in these downs, which so far Kevin Steele has shown are pressure downs. In these situations, give him something that he can RPO, which take a quick throw if they give it to him, and then if not, he can take off on his quarterback draw.
Davis motions in 3rd and 5. Mond looking over the middle. Here's the rush. Mond incomplete. It was Davis dragging across, and it's incomplete. Thomas there in coverage. And for now, Kellen Mond and the Aggie offense staying on the field for 4th and 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the punting unit is going to come out for this one. You don't want to risk a chance of not getting this and then giving Auburn an opportunity to get maybe 3 points on the board. They'll think it over, maybe burn a timeout. But yeah, the punt team's definitely coming out on this one.
Kellen Mond had an opportunity to complete that pass, but fellas, as he moved in the pocket, there was room to run for a 1st down. I think somehow, some way, they have to encourage his legs to be part of this offense.
No rush to get the snap off. Play clock down to 1, but the man will get it off. It's right around the 45. And there is a touchback. Aggies play this one perfectly. So bounces out of bounds, and now with 34 seconds, Auburn has the timeout. You're all the way backed up.
Just take a knee.
Yeah.
Move on. You're up 14-6 on the road. True freshman quarterback.
The Aggies have all 3. The Aggies have all 3. They're going to take all 3, see if they can get a punt or something quick.
So this is what you were talking about. I mean, both head coaches were expecting field position, timeout, clock management was going to be huge. Auburn explodes the 14-0 start, and now we're in that back and forth chess match game.
I'm surprised Gatewood's not out there. Actually, if you're going to run the ball and try to end this half, you'd expect the big Gatewood to try to grind out some yards and push down this clock to see if he can finish the ball. But they're going to take a knee. I'm with you, Coach.
They're
Aiden's
going to get a
use it.
timeout. Jimbo's running to the official right now.
Or you run a Tulane play. And sure enough, here's a little trick play. So backed up near the goal line. They run it, and there's Shivers out of the Green Waves playbook. Auburn. And there is the timeout. So the
First charge
fake
timeout.
kneel. Hey, work for the Green Wave.
It will be a 30-second time.
Okay, we gave credit to Tulane, but knowing Gus Malzahn, you know that was in there before the Thursday night
That goes
comeback.
back to Springdale, Arkansas, I promise you. I asked him last night, how many of these plays did you have in your arsenal when you were coaching high school back in Arkansas? He said, almost all of them.
It's Joyner in the backfield, 2nd and 6. 2 timeouts left for the Aggies. Nix will fake it, and Nix will keep it. Gets to the 10. There's the quick timeout. Stop it at 21 seconds. 1 left for the Aggies. Stop them on 3rd down. Use the final one. And then we'll see how much time the Aggies have left. If they stop the Tigers on 3rd down. Rick, you talked about how these two programs can mirror each other at times under Jimbo and Gus, and there's the mirror image, both looking through these last seconds of the half.
2 head coaches that are play callers. This looks to try to get something that's extended right here. Some long developing play, try to get as much time off the clock as you can.
Whitlow, draw, Brown, the first contact. Harper makes the stop. Timeout with 14 seconds, forcing Auburn to punt. And the Aggies are out of timeouts now, so not a whole lot of room to work, but you've managed to get it to 14 seconds.
Great job by Brown. They're explosive off the ball, and right now, if you're A&M, you're hoping for a decent field position off the punt, get the ball on the opposing side of the field, and maybe 1 play to the boundary or 1 first down, depending on the clock, to be able to spike it or get out of bounds for a last-second field goal.
Seth Small over on the sideline, hoping he gets his shot. Knock one through here as he's waning seconds.
Twice from 52 last year. Do you consider going after this punt to get the punt block? You set up for return. How do you play this?
No, I absolutely am trying to get a field goal here. I am going to try to set up a return. I have probably time for 1 play, maybe 2, before I kick a field goal, depending on the time that elapses off this punt. This is where you'd like 6-second hang time if your Gus Malzahn.
Aaron Sipos, the junior punter from Melbourne, Australia. 14 and rolling. Hall will fair catch it on the plus side right at the 47 seconds. So from right there would be a 57-yard attempt. So just pass. Do you try and snap one here to get a better look?
I used to time how long it would take to throw an out into the boundary. I could get it out of bounds with 4 seconds left. So there's no question with 7 seconds left, I can throw something into the boundary that gets out of bounds.
Well, for Auburn, though, I'm going to play the sideline. I'm going to say, listen, I'll give you a first down, throw the ball over the middle of the field. You don't have a timeout, and you can't get a first down and still spike it in time to be able to get the field goal unit. So play the sideline. Don't let these guys get out of bounds.
Picket fence, we call that defense.
No timeout, 7 seconds. Offense on the field.
There's room for a ball over there, though. They end up running kind of a pick out there.
Onside, free play, playing it. Davis incomplete, but free play. 4 seconds showing on the clock. Big Cat Bryant jumped. And
now you have to kick it.
And there's your 5 yards. You were looking for to give Small,
51-yard penalty, 51-yard field goal now. 52.
And here he comes. Small for what would be 52. This would equal the career long. You missed from 48 going the other way in the first. 4 seconds. Connor Choate, the snapper. Braden Mann, the holder. To equal his career long. Seth Small. And it is no good. A miss from 48, a miss from 52. And Auburn takes a 14-3 lead to halftime here at Kyle Field. That is the end of the first half of the score. 14-3 for John's halftime interview with Coach Malzahn. Go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. Now let's go to Adam Zucker in our New York studio.
All right, Carter, thank you very much. A&M ball to start the second half. Coming up here on the Geico Halftime Report, Houston, BJ, and I will preview Game 2 of our doubleheader, a primetime clash between number 7 Notre Dame and number 3 Georgia, after this word from your local station.
We back in the saddle, back on stage, making the whole place rattle. Back with the A-team, train on the track. We go, but you won't know song we back. Thought we were gone, but you won't know song we back.
We back in College Station like it's gone for the previous trips for Auburn under Gus Malzahn. Good for the Tigers. 14-3 with John Schriffen, Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel. I'm Carter Blackburn, and clearly the 14-0 start for Auburn has held up thus far.
Well, other than the long reverse by Schwartz, it has been a defensive-dominated game, and I think the quarterbacks have to get involved. Right now, the running backs combined, 0 yards.
That's amazing.
Let's not forget, they're going against 2 very good defenses. We talk about the fronts, but what's most impressed me is the secondaries. These guys are willing to put their hat in there and make some tackles.
All right, let's take a look at the first half stats and look at the rush yards for Texas A&M. After last season, Auburn only rushed for 19 against the Aggies in the first half, just 12 for Texas A&M against Auburn. And the time of possession battle goes the Aggies' way. That's big for Jimbo Fisher's offense, but the biggest number, 14-3 Auburn at the half. With our producer, Scott Brandwine, our director, Mark Grant, the rest of our hardworking crew here from Kyle Field. Yeah, now the Aggies are just coming out now, and so Gus Malzahn is arguing for a penalty against the Aggies late coming out of halftime.
You wonder if there were some IVs or things taken inside to try to get some fluids, given the humidity of the day.
All right, so 0's on the clock, and the Aggies just now getting set, and Gus Malzahn's not going to win that argument, although you can see why he was arguing.
He has every right to argue.
That's right. Texas A&M won the toss and deferred to the second half. Smith will let it bounce, and it will be a touchback. So the Aggies will have it at the 25-yard line. Well, the big question mark was, would Derek Brown play today? He's not just played, he has been a monster presence in the middle of the Tigers.
He looks healthy out there. You see him right now, big, physical, defensive lineman, not only in the run game, but just swallowing up quarterbacks back there in the backfield as well. Almost a little dream, like my boy Rick said, almost a dream for a defensive lineman to pick a ball off right there. He's been tremendous and been instrumental in the not great running start for this Texas A&M offense.
You think he has a touchdown dance in mind? I know it's not legal in college football, but do you think he has it?
You can do whatever you want on the sideline, though. I'm not sure how often that's pointed out, but Bond turns around and hands off. Isaiah Spiller slips free across the 30-yard line. Spiller lost the football, scooped up by the Auburn Tigers. Did Thomas get it? Was Spiller down? It is Tiger football on the opening play of the third quarter.
Isaiah Spiller came into this game averaging over 8 yards a carry.
On the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down Auburn.
That's a heck of a job by Daniel Thomas right there, punching it out with the right hand before the knee goes down. You'll see right there, ball should be out before that right knee goes down. Great job defensively.
I don't think you can turn it.
Nope.
No, that is absolutely a fumble. What a critical turnover.
When you talk about the secondary guys, not afraid to make tackles right there. Daniel Thomas, not afraid to get a little dirty and punch that ball out.
Unbalanced formation here.
Owen Popo in there as well. So now Bo Nix complete on 1st and 10, and the Tigers go rolling. J.J. Wilson makes the grab and gets to the 30-yard line.
And that's a good feeling for a freshman quarterback. He played well in the first half. You come out second half, you got the ball on the 38-yard line to start off with a great turnover right there from your defense.
And this is what we were talking about, what both offenses need, which is quarterbacks involved in the running game, whether it was RPO, which that clearly was, or keeping it themselves.
Whitlow in the backfield gets the handoff on 2nd and 3. He slips to near the 20-yard line. First down Auburn By the way, that makes it 9 straight games the Aggies have turned it over.
The Aggies look a little shocked. First play, they turn it over. The defense looks like they weren't ready to be out there. They were late getting back out here for the second half. They have better get sturdy here, or this is going to get one-sided.
Well, they need to make sure, too, a field goal is critical here to keep this a 2-possession game.
That is the 7th turnover of the year, although they have not allowed a touchdown off of a turnover. Pryor makes the stop there on Whitlow.
Safety coming downhill, always part of the run fits. Again, Mike Elko they went from 62nd in the country yards per game rushing down to 2nd last year. That's hard to do in 1 year.
Whitlow will take the direct snap on 2nd and 9. So that is Nix in motion, and now Nix will motion behind the center. Nix takes it 2nd and 9. And now completes to the edge. That's Schwartz who has it. He has a first down. Schwartz is wrestled out of bounds. 1st and goal, Auburn.
It's a good feeling to have Schwartz
Hurry
back,
up.
minus the
Hurry
cast.
up.
Whitlow in the backfield with Nix on 1st and goal. And here's Bo Nix on the edge. He pulls it, and he's dropped. Buddy Johnson tracks him down. 2nd and goal. There is a flag down.
Probably an illegal formation for Auburn.
Look at formation. 5 men in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Sometimes you hurry so much, you put yourself in harm's way. But this is part of Gus Malzahn's strategy. He gets down in the red zone. He's got these all kinds of gadget plays. He's got all sorts of sugar huddles. He is a strategist and then some when it comes to trickeration, as they say.
Miller. Miller's in the backfield. Here's Bo Nix. Takes it inside the 10. So the Aggie defense has helped their offense out after all of those turnovers, just giving up the 3 points. Just that field goal, haven't given up a touchdown off the turnover.
Well, that's a great job, but it's a red zone defense. Everything down here gets condensed for all quarterbacks. You got to be accurate. You got to be able to run the football. And right now, you have to feel good getting 3 points. Don't try to force it. If I'm Bo Nix at any of these passes, you get an opportunity. A check down's a great thing. And then, like Rick always keeps saying, use your legs to create if people want to match up in the back end.
Nix, 2nd and goal. Slant, caught, touchdown, Seth Williams.
Great call by Gus Malzahn. I was about to say they're going to throw on 2nd down rather than wait for that exotic pressure that Mike Elko has stored up for 3rd down. They take advantage of the turnover. An unbelievable job by this Auburn offense to come out of the second half with this touchdown. This puts it as an uphill climb and then some now for the Aggies.
So off the Spiller fumble, Auburn turns it into a touchdown. And an Auburn offense that had slowed at the end of the first half comes out with a touchdown not even 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Anders Carlson boots it through. So Isaiah Spiller, the true freshman, filling in for the injured Jay-Sean Corbin, puts it on the ground. Auburn picks it up. And it's a touchdown for Seth Williams. He's used to game winners. Well, this one puts him up 21-3. Bo Nix a perfect 3 for 3 on that drive. Had only 4 completions in the first half, but he was terrific, including the touchdown pass.
It's a great job. You're going to get one-on-one slants on the outside by both receivers. And then Seth Williams gets matched up, and Bo Nix does a great job. But the coach said when he's in rhythm with his feet, he's a very accurate passer. You see that there? One step, get on that back foot, transfer the weight, deliver the strike for the touchdown.
It's a great play call by Gus to take the throw on 2nd down, knowing that Elko was going to have all that fireworks coming for him on 3rd down. Give him a vanilla picture, things that he's been working on all through training camp and early in the season. He takes full advantage.
Williams had the game-winning touchdown last year to beat Texas A&M, had the game-winning touchdown versus Oregon.
Yeah, he's kind of a big-time player, isn't he?
Yeah, so that's now 7 career touchdown catches. 2 of them game winners. Good kick, and he'll go sail out of bounds. So bring it to the 35. Kick out of bounds by Anders Carlson.
Kickoff out of bounds. Number 26, kicking team. I roll the ball to be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Amazon Music brings you today's Scholar Athletes. Amazon Music is showing their commitment to the investment of our future by donating $1,000 to Auburn and Texas A&M's General Scholarship Funds. Jack Driscoll and number 12, Braden White. That is a big deal around here. Cullen Gillespie, number 12 the last 3 years. He's now a Texan. Vaughn fakes it. Pressured again. Brown hits him. Loose football picked off. Brown wrecks Kellen Mond. Dan Moore gets back on top of the football.
Jimbo needs to stay patient here, but clearly they have to have other answers than just standing 6, 7 yards deep in the pocket. This front is formidable, and this offensive line is inexperienced.
Nobody has answers for Derek Brown right now.
No, we haven't seen much of the RPO with the quarterback draw involved. That's something we've seen a ton from this offense the past 2 years. Been very limited so far.
Jacob Capote in the backfield, second and 15. Never show pressure from Britt. Mond pressured again, and he goes down again. Brown lays the last hand on him, but Truesdell gets it. So another sack. Let's check in with John Triffin.
Well, I spoke with both head coaches at the half. Let's first start with Auburn's Gus Malzahn. He is happy with the way his defense has played. They stuck with the game plan, shut down the run, make Kellen Mond beat them. As for Texas A&M, I asked Jimbo Fisher. He didn't have much time coming out of the break to talk, but I said, how do you get this offense going? He said, we have to run the ball. But now down another score. Let's see if they can stick with that.
Back-to-back sacks puts you 3rd and 20, and the Auburn defensive line is dominating the Aggies up front.
Nothing like playing against pass if you're a defensive lineman. You get to pin your ears back. You get to have all these games.
They didn't get this one off. Delay game. Wow.
Yeah, this is a disaster if you're Jimbo Fisher. And
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I think right now your play call has to be some sort of draw, quarterback draw, running back draw, screen pass. Chances of getting this are slim. The chances of you trying to get it and some turnover happening, whether a sack in the pocket or an interception, are a little bit higher. Play this safe. Don't try to give Auburn momentum. Like I said, once again, having your quarterback hold it in the pocket and possibly take a sack.
And Kevin Steele knows it, so he's backing up. They're playing the Tampa 2, already predetermined Tampa 2.
Another flag down motion. I mean, I guess if there's any silver lining right now.
Start. 73, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
This is what Jordan Harris sounded like last year when the Aggies were dominating. Now, that was up 10, and then Auburn comes back to win it in the end. But if you're an Aggie fan, down by 18 right now, at least last year's game, and there's a history of wild finishes.
This is where the players. This is where the players have to get a hold of it. The leaders on this team have to say, we have to concentrate. We got to get ourselves organized so we can play our best football.
3rd and 30, handed off. Capote. Blockers ahead, so Capote gets back out across the 35-yard line, still well short, and now you bring the punt unit on. I mean, that's a gain of 22, but because of the back-to-back sacks and the penalties, no shot.
I understand defensively how you want to sit back and kind of keep everything in front of you, don't give up the first down, but you also want to play field position a little bit. Now you give up that big run, and with a great punter and man back there, then your offense may be pinned inside the 20-yard line. So I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are, Coach, but I would rather have a 4-man front and at least protect against a draw like that.
Yeah, you want the ball back as the head coach, but tomorrow in film, hey, why are we giving up 20?
And hits it. Todd is back. Sails into the end zone again, so man got too much of it. Chippy in the punt game as well. That's a 63-yard punt, but into the end zone. Touchback. Aggies in trouble. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, New York Life, Smile Direct Club, and by Sonic. The Nix family, Bo, lifelong Tiger. Dad, Patrick, Mom, Krista, Caleb, Emma, Grace, and Sarah, and Bo Nix. I mean, it's not all perfect, but 3 for 3 on the last drive, the one to begin the second half, and he has calmed everything down for the Tigers.
I think his use of his legs so far tonight has been tremendous.
100%.
Yeah, and then the rhythm. When he's on rhythm, we talked about the touchdown throw. He is very accurate. It's when he gets his eyes down, his feet get choppy, and then the inaccuracy comes out. And if he continues to work on that, accuracy will go up, touchdowns will go up, interceptions will go down.
Unbalanced.
Nix on the roll, complete. Tackling on the fake. Carver comes up to make the stop on J.J. Wilson.
It's a nice job by Texas A&M. Everybody doing their job, staying with their guys, not getting their eyes in bad places.
It's probably about the 5th time Auburn's run that play. Just a little play action, get the running back or fullback into the flat or your tight end and have 2 outside blockers. Great job staying home there for defense.
Nix joining on 2nd and 12. Aggies get there again. Drop him again. Anthony Hines on the stop, 3rd down.
Here's that 3rd down that the Aggies look forward to. But I'll be surprised if Gus, ahead 21-3, puts his quarterback in harm's way here.
Well, based on those first 2 play calls right there, it seems like Gus is kind of taking the pedal off the metal a little bit and said, hey, listen, we're up 21-3. Our defense is dominating right now. Let's not lose this game. I don't know how I feel about that. You're moving the ball pretty well. Your quarterback's played a good game so far. I try to keep it down a little bit.
On 3rd and 13, Bo Nix steps up, and it is incomplete. Intended for Seth Williams. So the Aggie defense gets 3 and out. That's the last 3 possessions of the first half with 3 and outs for the Auburn Tigers. 7:58, the Aggies get the football back down by 18. They were in command last year in this game, and Auburn came back and scored the last 14.
It just seems like they need a spark right here. A punt return, get some good yards, get to the plus 50-yard line, something that kind of gets some excitement for this team. You look at it on the sideline, guys are walking around, no energy. A lot of ball game left to play.
Boss hits it inside his own 10. Paul signals for the fair catch and makes the grab at the 37-yard line. Can Kellen Mond rally the Aggies down 21-3?
$56-yarder. It's got, no, does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game.
This is still difficult for all of us who knew Rod and wife Paula Bramblett. Really everyone around college football to see the Auburn Tigers and realize that you're talking about the late Rod Bramblett and the late Paula Bramblett. But here we are. Vaughn's going to keep it on 1st and 10. Andy Burcham and Stan White now as part of the Auburn Sports Network, and it is it's tough to lose a tremendous voice and a tremendous man and his wife. And you can see very prominently RB for the late Rod Bramblett in the Auburn Sports Network radio booth. Condolences to everyone in the family and everyone around Auburn athletics, everyone in the SEC. This is dearly. On 2nd and 9, here's Beal. Let's check in with John.
Well, guys, this is a big season for Texas A&M quarterback Kellen Mond. The coaching staff told us he has stepped up and become a vocal leader on this team. And when his team went off on the sideline after that last drive, he went up to every single one of his offensive linemen, gave them a pound, and he said, come on, guys, one play at a time. I got you. Let's do this.
All right, time to get it rolling for the Ags.
They got to have some 3rd down conversions. They started the game with some.
Right.
We got to get back to those. We remember there were some inside routes, some dig routes that found some success. He's got to have time, though.
Got man-to-man coverage. Someone needs to win right here.
Pond on 3rd and 9. Heavy pressure releases, and it is incomplete. And there is no flag, despite the protestations of the 12th man, Aaron Murray and Rick Neuheisel.
Rick's up here throwing his own flag, his imaginary flag, saying, what's going on here? Jimbo's feeling the same way. We're going to see right here, at least they've been consistent. That's the one thing. If you're not going to call it, then don't call it the entire game. A lot of hands up.
Roger McCreary.
He's just pushing him down.
If this were a burglar, we'd find him because fingerprints were everywhere.
You're going NCIS College Station.
I'm just telling you, that is amazing that that's getting let go.
And so, man, it was had a inauspicious day today for the Aggies. Line drive kick. There is a flag down. Todd lets it roll, picks it up inside the 10. Todd will be dragged down at the 9, but now we will check the flag. And boy, there's it's been some rugby scrum. It looks like football 150 years ago on some of these punt plays, including Braden White. And now John McCade and his crew huddle. Boy, more bad news for the Aggies.
Probably going to ask him to punt it again.
You would think. I mean,
yeah. Ball up there.
Well, they go formation, 5 men in the backfield on the kicking team. The 5-yard penalty would be enforced from the previous spot, 4th down.
So they will kick again.
You know, Braden Mann is a wonderful student, a wonderful punter, but he's having a tough day. He had that line drive that got returned for over 20 yards. He's kicked 2 balls that could have pinned him down, as this last one did, but knocked him into the end zone, which gives Auburn the ball out at the 20. Punter is such a critical position on every team. It's such a field position weapon.
Especially when your defense get 3 and outs. If you're able to pin someone back and get a 3 and out, then, which their defense is very capable of doing that, then your offense is able to get the ball back. So we'll see if he can make up for it right here. Get a nice little ball inside the 20-yard line.
The FBS record 51. Net was 45 last year. Now another flag down. Wow. And so stop this one, and this is now getting to be wheels off territory for the Aggies. Back-to-back sacks.
This is how you get the boo birds, guys.
33.
You don't look organized.
Penalty, 4th down.
And you're the home team. It's not like you're on the road right here.
I feel it may be the flags and the officials they're upset with, but still, clearly, nobody's happy right now if you're in maroon.
I wouldn't be happy if I was man either. That's the best punt of the night.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the best punt of today right there.
Right. Remember, you had the last offensive possession, the sacks, the penalties, and now back-to-back on the special teams on the
For the
punt.
game clock operator, please put 6.
Not to mention being late for second half.
Game clock, please.
Right, exactly, and which could have been fun.
Well, let's not forget right here, these first 2 punts that he just punted away.
6:20. Correction. 6:21. 6:21.
Both punts were inside the 10-yard line. So now all of a sudden we'll see.
That ball was on the 9. We'll see where this one ends up.
First one, I think the first one was about 8, 9-yard line tackled as well. So we'll see how many yards they lose.
Let's try it again. Man hits it from inside the 20. Tutt backed up. Good. I mean, my goodness. Now Tutt backs up inside the 5. However, a couple of blocks, and he takes it across the 20. He's across the 25 before the Aggies wrestle him down. And so the punt unit for the Aggies gives up another return for Christian Tutt. Ends up being
18 yards of field
That's
position.
right. A bigger piece of sky over Kyle Field, Aggie land here in College Station, Texas, the home of the 12th man. 21-3 Auburn on A&M. Let's take a look at the GMC game changer, and this indeed was a big one from Anthony Schwartz, 57 yards.
It's a great job by Bo Nix, getting a little dirty as well to set up this big touchdown run and get going. We knew they were going to have to be creative in the run game, whether it's jet sweeps, reverses, gap scheme, zone scheme, continue to mix it up. They're going to do the same thing the rest of this game.
Lose an edge, pay a price. That's just the adage in football.
3 and out last time the Tigers had it. After another return from Tutt. 1st and 10 from the 26. Miller's in the backfield, fake it. Nix tried to roll out. Aggies were ready. Had to contain that time, and Nix is dropped for a loss. Loss of 1. Charles Oliver gets the tackle for loss.
Guys, the Aggies have 4 penalties this half for 20 yards. They've had 2 negative plays, but they're still in this game down 21-3. Do you know that national championship game what the score was? Jimbo Fisher and Florida State behind Auburn, 21-3.
So, what you're telling the Aggies
so
fans
saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance, Coach.
Here's a flea flicker. They ran it last week. Knicks heaving long, and they just missed it this time.
I thought third time was going to be the charm for Bo there. Just once again, a little overthrow. That's the third one. Missed the post route. Missed a little dig and go, and then the flea flicker right there.
Inspector Gadget up to his tricks. He's got another one, and he's got a home run.
Airtime, baby, airtime. When you got a receiver going against a safety, air time. Let your receiver just continue to run down the field. He's going to beat him. So put some air under the football and let him run underneath it.
Knicks, 3rd and 11. Screen. Williams has it. Williams blockers ahead, and he appears to have enough for the first down.
Actually, they marked his knee down early. They marked his knee down. Well, now they've moved the spot. Yes, they have.
The perfect play call. A little corner cat blitz on the outside. You'll see the corner flash right there. You got 3 offensive linemen for 1 safety coming over.
Amazingly, just the second 3rd down conversion of this game for Auburn. They've dominated 21 points on the board, and that's their second 3rd down conversion. Nix pulls it, tosses it on the run pass option. That's Eli Stove on the edge across the 50-yard line into Aggie territory again. Carper stops him after a gain of 17.
The most impressive thing on that was there were 2 outside receivers right there not blocking down the field before the ball was caught.
Charles Oliver, the nickel for Texas A&M, was trying to keep outside. You can see him on the edge here.
There's an injured Aggie. We'll check on him when we come back. Tonight, 10:30 Eastern, don't miss a Mountain West showdown on CBS Sports Network as the Utah State Aggies battle the San Diego State Aztecs on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Auburn 21-3. Kelvin Carper back on the Aggie sideline, was able to walk off zone power. Whitlow O'Neal replaces Kelvin Carper. Well, Patrick Nix has been floating all around Kyle Field today, but tough matchup last night as Pinson Valley lost to number 5 Oxford. Top 5 matchup, 34-33 on a tip touchdown in the 4th quarter. So that's a lot of travel.
Let me say what he looks like right there as a quarterback dad. You notice those things in his ears? So he doesn't listen to all the noise around him. He's listening to a radio broadcast.
Well, how about what he said? Coach Dye said, don't read the paper, don't listen to the radio. And that's our advice for Bo. Now, in the era of social media, I love you're going back to Coach Dye's advice about don't pick up the paper.
Oh, you can't pick it up. That's for all message for all young football players. Don't read the clippings, good or bad. Just stay away. I love Texas A&M. They said a bunch of their guys this season are off social media. All fall camp, Texas A&M, no social media.
Here comes Gatewood and company, another play in his package.
Possible
3rd down and 4.
territory.
Probably not, given the 21-3 lead. You don't want to give up field position. So this is going to be a big down right here for the Aggies to see if they can get this ball back.
So Bo Nix right now, receiver on the near side. Lots of motion on the line, couple of flags. Who moved? We'll find out.
And probably go back to Bo Nix now, given the longer distance.
False start, the right side of the offensive line. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Sums it up.
Yeah, all those guys. Gatewood back to the sideline.
3rd and 9. Exactly what Gus said we have to stay away from, and he has a coaching point there for Joey Gatewood.
This is last time on 3rd and long we saw them get it out of his hand quickly. Look for another type of play in that category so he doesn't have to deal with an exotic pass rush.
Keldrick Carver back in the game for the Aggies. Went down a couple snaps ago. Nix, 3rd and 9. He's chased, tosses back, incomplete, looking for Stove, but it's incomplete. 4th down coming. The Aggies down by 18, but they'll get the football back.
They had dialed up the screen, trying to get it out of his hands, but the Aggies played it really well. great A-gap pressure, which is always the hardest on a young quarterback.
That double-A pressure is always a pain because you don't know how to protect it most of the time. You don't know who's coming. Usually for this A&M defense, you look at it enough. Usually the side opposite of the center in zone coverage, that guy will go right there a little bit man, so both guys decide to come on the blitz. Great job for the defense.
Flag down. Sabas hits it on the 45. Paul, fair catch. Had more flags on punts in the second half.
Well, everybody's got these exotic formations. I think this is going to be another formation issue.
What happened to the ever just line up and punt the football, Coach? You know, all these rugby-style stuff.
Looks like John McDane's tired of explaining all these as well.
He's probably saying, they know.
They know.
They know by now.
Legal formation on the kicking team. 5 men on the backfield. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the return. First down.
That's a
21-3 Auburn on Texas A&M here in College Station. Let's check in with Adam in New York.
All right, Carter, number 15, UCF. They were down 21-0 at Pitt. They've come all the way back and then some. Dylan Gabriel to Gabriel Davis, 31 straight for UCF. They're up by 10, about 6:19 left to go, third quarter. How about that?
Adam Mililani High School representing for UCF, and that was a Pitt played for the ACC championship. UCF beat them last year.
The line between Group of 5 and Power 5 is blurring as we speak.
It's a power program, right?
It's a power program. They deserve the credit for how they played on the field. It's been outstanding.
On 1st and 10. Complete. Osmond wrestled down as soon as he grabs it. There's Igbenogany on the stop. Gain of 8. So 1 fumble, 2 3-and-outs for the Aggies. It started with the Spiller fumble. Auburn turned that into a touchdown. And the Aggie offense hoping something comes together here near the end of the third.
Well, they haven't been successful on first down.
Exactly.
It's been second and long, third and long situations where this D-line's been able to pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
So positive gain on first down this time. Sets him up for 2nd and 3. Hand it off. Nothing much doing there. Another good push. Kabodi dropped by K.J. Britt this time. 3rd down for Texas A&M.
But probably the best third down situation they've been in a while. Previously, it's been 3rd and long, exotic blitzes from the Auburn team. A lot of stuff off the slot. And right now, that's what's been getting this offense. The nickel blitz. Kellen Mond, who has free reign over the protection, has not been sliding his offensive line out there to pick it up.
In the first half, their running backs had 8 carries for -7 yards. Kellen Mond has to be part of this running game if Jimbo wants to keep running the football.
Aggies started 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Since just 2 for 10. Play clock winding down. Mond gets it off. On 3rd down over the middle. Caught. They convert. Corgan Davis makes the grab. Moving the chains, get into the 35.
That is unbelievable.
A lot of tugging.
How much hands are on this guy? Watch him. Look at him. He's holding.
He's tackling before the ball's even touching his hands.
Let him play.
Yep.
Yeah, Davis hauls it in. So first time they picked up a first down in 3 possessions. Osmond makes the grab.
Another great positive first down catch. Much easier to call plays at 2nd and 3 guys than 2nd and 10.
Well, nice easy throws. You see the ball getting out of Kellen's hands fast. You're going to spread them out defensively. Easy reads, 1, 2, 3, quick hitch, and get the ball out before the defensive line has a chance to get after you.
Kevin Steele ahead 21-3, trying not to give up a big play, but he's going to get a little frustrated with all these easy things. You see when he starts to pin some ears back.
Well, look at the tight coverage now, man-to-man. He wants these guys pressed up a little more.
On 2nd and 3, Bond feeling the heat from Derek Brown. Throws complete to the outside. There's Osmond again. So now the Aggies moving it out to midfield in the closing seconds of the 3rd quarter. Brown's out of the game for now for the Tigers.
Noah Igbenogany is saying, hey, he's pushing me. They are letting him play. Osmond using his hands to get open.
From the 50 on first down, pressure off the edge. Mond gets rid of it. There's the flag. Big Cat Bryant was offsides. So free play, 5 yards.
Offside. Number 1. Defense. Into neutral zone at the snap. Tiger penalty. First down.
Up at the top right here, just a little early. Yeah, can't get the ball in your hands, man. As soon as that happens, who cares about the free play? Protect the body.
Referees are supposed to blow the whistle if they think it's a disaster impending.
Well, luckily for Mond, everybody else no disaster. You just get 1st and 5. 12 seconds. Pressure coming again. Mond, Osmond again, has it inside the 35. Jump ball against Igbenogany. Move the chains. That's a gain of 13. So the Aggies down 21-3.
I'm going to say, if they're going to keep playing man-to-man coverage on the outside, Osmond's going to have to continue to win these matchups here in the 4th quarter.
And don't forget quarterback draw.
Well, Kellen Mond, leadership. He says he's not vocal, but he's trying to get vocal now. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS will continue after this message and a word from your local station. We have reached the 4th quarter in Aggie land. Auburn with a 21-3 lead on Texas A&M. Don't forget, later in the game, the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. And the Aggies are hoping that it comes here in the 4th quarter. 21-3. Mond with Cabote in the backfield. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. Kellen Mond. Pressured, flag down. Mond will scramble out of bounds. You presume offsides on Auburn.
Big Cat a little quick again.
And KJ Britt lays a lick on Mond this time. So
Offside. Number 1 defense. In the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
3rd offside on Big Cat.
You wonder if it's a hard count or if he's seeing the ball, the center's hand flinching.
It's just excitement. Usually you see a tight end for this offense or a running back in a chipping position. He sees, hey, I'm one-on-one. Finally, with a tackle, right tackle here. Let me get off on it.
How can the Aggies take advantage? Mond on the roll on 1st and 5. Backs up, delivers, and it is incomplete. Mond looking for Buckley dragging over the middle, and McCreary there in coverage.
As Jimbo Fisher organizes the rest of the game, probably thinking 4 possessions, including this one. 3 others after this is what he can count on. You're 3 scores behind. So as much as you'd love a touchdown here, you have to get points on the board here as you get inside the 30. 21-6 makes it a 15-point game. You're going to need a 2-point conversion, but you keep it within 2 possessions.
Now you factor in Seth Small, the kicker, has missed from 48
exactly
and from 52. So 1 for 3 field goals so far today for your kicker, but Mond in the offense would like to make that obsolete. Mond looking for Davis. He's got it inside the 10, slips away and into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. A 27-yard touchdown strike. Smoke Monday, who missed the first half, missed the tackle.
Show a little corner out here. Great job, one-on-one, give a little inside move, great accurate throw. 6 of 7 on the drive for Kellen Mond right there with the touchdown.
Small's PAT is good, so the Aggies in the 4th quarter finally in the end zone. Gig'em. Time now for our ExxonMobil game recap. 21-10 now in the 4th quarter. It was a hot start for the Auburn Tigers. Schwartz on the 57-yard rushing TD to open up the game. It was a 14-0 start. And this one for the Tigers, longest rush of the year for Auburn. And then Gatewood, first career TD pass, goes to John Samuel Schenker. 2 missed field goals, both from long range for Seth Small. That's factored in for the Aggie offense. Bo Nix biggest number there is 0 INTs. True freshman, first SEC game. And then the Aggies finally reach the end zone as Kellen Mond finds Courtney Davis. So from down 21-3 in the second half after Auburn came back to beat the Aggies last year. Can Kellen Mond and Texas A&M flip that script? And remember the wild ending in that one where the game was over and then it wasn't, and one more snap and a fumble to overwrap it up.
And that was the first time either of these teams had won at home, right, since the two became brethren in the SEC West.
So Gus Malzahn undefeated here in College Station. And his 8th-ranked Auburn Tigers. We began today asking whether the Tigers or the Aggies could be contenders this year in the SEC West. It would be a major statement now for either one. Igbenogany from the goal line. Igbenogany across the 25. Igbenogany. There's Mann who makes the stop. Braden Mann comes up after 31 yards. Don't forget, later in the game, the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. Well, the Aggie fans, the 12th man, hoping for a comeback. And Bo Nix would like to quiet them again.
Gus Malzahn's got to decide, am I going to stay aggressive here? He was careful, as he should have been, given the 21-3 lead. Probably opens a little bit more playbook here as he feels this crowd get back into the game.
With a little wildcat. Oh, Bo's coming back in there. I think Bo's earned a lot of trust in these first 3 games from Coach Malzahn.
Here's that unbalanced again.
1 second, they barely get it off. Whitlow has the edge. Whitlow turns the corner at the 35. Out of bounds after a gain of 9, maybe 10. And Buddy Johnson shoves him out. But Whitlow lines up for the snap, ends up at running back. It's 9 here, 2nd and short.
Gus is so good at creating an opportunity to capture the edge. We saw it with the reverse early in the game with Schwartz. Here again.
Well, he has handled all of this so well. And now in the 4th, Aggies trying to make the true freshman uncomfortable at last. Whitlow on the left side has enough for the first down. The push. Michael Clemens makes the stop. First down, Auburn.
If you're going to have a 5-man box right there, don't bring a safety down or have a nickel support. They're going to continue to run this football.
And we have another Aggie down. The rush yards were imbalanced last year in favor of the Aggies. It's Bobby Brown III, the sophomore defensive tackle from Arlington, Texas, who has played well today. Down on the field for now for the Aggies. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Ford Explorer, Chick-fil-A, Amazon Prime, and by Wheels Up. With 102,000 plus here at Kyle Field, Bobby Brown III, the injured Aggie, the sophomore from Arlington, Texas, Lamar High School, helped by the training staff off to the sideline and into the injury tent. John will provide us an update if there is one on Bobby Brown III. So Jaden Peavy, the junior, takes over. Didn't play versus Lamar, Jaden Peavy, so he's back in and healthy at this critical defensive possession for the Aggies. Nix toss. That's Whitlow on the right side. Blockers on the edge. Whitlow gets to near the 50. Buddy Johnson makes the stop. Gets to the 49, in fact. Gain of 7.
You love the play call by Gus. Play before, a little inside zone going to the left. All of a sudden, you saw that backside Will linebacker want to go in there and make a play. He gets out of position. You get on the outside and make this a 2nd and 3.
Nix hands off again. Whitlow, patient runner, spins across the 45. First down, Auburn. Jarvis Whitlow from Lafayette, Alabama. Richardson on the stop.
Carter, you hit the nail on the head. That was just patient running. Right, Le'Veon Bell type, just waiting, sorting your way through. Almost looks like a skier on a mobile field. Beautifully done.
And that's what they've been working with him, just being patient. Let these power plays and trap plays, let your blockers get out in front. Let them create, and when the hole hits, boom, you take it from there.
Whitlow, middle of the line, no gain. Aggies stop him in the middle. Whitlow, he gonna make sure Whitlow didn't lose the football again. He is down, so second down. Tuesday on CBS, Ziva is back on the season premiere of television's #1 drama, NCIS, Tuesday 8, 7 Central on CBS. Whitlow comes out.
Sugar Hill time.
Fire alarm. I always said he'd bring 6 or 8 of these a game.
Rick said yesterday they're fun. Gus Malzahn said, yeah, they're fun if they work. Otherwise, not so much. Here's a toss. Shivers inside the 40. Well, this fire alarm works pretty well. Carper finally makes the stop after they hide Shivers.
That is a great open field tackle by Kelvin Carper. That was brilliant. Shivers is a nifty back. He had a two-way go on him, and he got him wrapped up. Gives him a chance for a third down stop here.
Whitlow back in the game for 3rd and 5. Twelfth man doing its best to say howdy to Bo Nix. Zips it complete. Williams has it on 3rd and 5 at the 31st down. What a throw.
I tell you what, Bo grew up a little bit right there. He's seen him go to the right.
100%.
He's not there. Then he had the knowledge to go, okay, right? Not there. Nope, I don't like it. Boom. Come back. I got my backside in route coming in. Accurate throw. That's a big time play for a kid that's only on his 4th start.
And a brilliantly designed route. So as the receiver was coming into his eyes, so he'd already seen the traffic in front.
And very patient by that receiver as well.
The umpire, Tom Quick, made a nice move as well to get out of the way. Whitlow rolling to near the 20 as we check in with Adam Zucker in New York.
All right, Carter, over in the SEC East, South Carolina, trying to get within 3 at Mizzou. Ryan Helinski, though, on 3rd and goal, picked off by Ronell Perkins, and he's going 100 yards the other way. 31-14, Missouri on top now. Kelly Bryant, a couple touchdown passes and 75 yards rushing. Back to you.
Oh, Adam, Ronell rolling. Right now, the Auburn Tiger offense is rolling. Bo Nix, hands off. Oh, keeps it rather. Yep. Fake the give to Whitlow, and then Nix kept it, and he gets just enough for the 1st down inside the 20.
Carter, that ball was snapped with 10 seconds on the 40-second clock. And I know they're up-tempo, and they want to stay in rhythm and keep the pressure on this Aggie defense. But as you're counting possessions, in particular, if they were to score here, you would like to take this clock down inside of 5.
And why on this drive? 8 rushes, 1 pass, and now you got the 10th play of the drive. Auburn in the red zone. Whitlow back there with Nix. Nix keeps it again on 1st and 10, pulls it, makes the right decision, and dives, looking like he did on 4th down against Oregon, diving. And so
Papa's happy. Daddy's loving it right now. It's a great job pulling it and then getting north. So many young guys want to extend the play, think they're fast enough to circle the defense. Trust me, you're not. Get north, get down. Great job by him.
12 seconds on that clock as they snapped it.
Old Nix family here to support Bo. Whitlow takes it on 2nd and 2, and it'll be 1st and goal as Whitlow gets enough, move the chains, and another opportunity, snap it a couple times, and played some more clock. You know, Auburn started off with that 57-yard rush, so already on the touchdown after 19 yards last year against the Aggies, 178. Joey Gatewood's going to come into the game now. Nix back to the sideline, at least for a snap. Gatewood 1st and goal.
The Gatewood package, we've seen it throw a touchdown pass. We know he can run. He scored a touchdown against Oregon.
Gatewood, they didn't get it off. Delay of game.
Got a timeout called. Gus got the timeout called.
And clearly he is upset with Matthew Hill, the redshirt freshman. So timeout prior to the penalty. 1st and goal, Auburn. Tomorrow it's an NFL doubleheader highlighted by Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in their home opener against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, followed by the Saints marching into Seattle to face the Seahawks. It all begins at noon Eastern with JB and the gang huddling up on the NFL Today, presented by Jeep. Okay, well, this will clearly Matthew Hill. He's a freshman. I think we understand there was something wrong there, right?
Late to the party. Late to the party.
Second time Gatewood's been in the game where miscommunication. One was a full start, and then that one right there having to waste a timeout. So he designs these plays with Gatewood in mind, and then you don't get to run them.
So now it's Bo Nix back in, empty backfield. Now they'll motion Whitlow back in behind Nix. Whitlow will take it. Whitlow breaks a tackle, pushing inside the 5. Touchdown, Auburn. Jatarvius Whitlow.
That is a fantastic drive to answer the A&M touchdown. A fantastic drive.
It's a great side. You see the right guard and right tackle right there doing a great job kicking out on the pulling. And then Booby just using his muscles to get through there. Great job. Hey, I'm with you on that one, Rick. Great response right there. Great job by Bo Nix using his arms, using his legs to get them down there inside the 10-yard line to be able to push it in.
Carlson for the PAT. Not only a touchdown drive for the Auburn Tigers, they use up over 6 minutes of clock, and Whitlow's into the end zone. Six minutes and 1 second on the drive. Time-wise, that's the longest drive of Auburn season, and what a way. Whitlow carries the load with a touchdown. 28-10. Thursday on CBS, a new comedy about love, life, and friendship. Don't miss The Unicorn. Premieres Thursday after Young Sheldon on CBS. Well, that was exactly what the Auburn Tigers needed. Take command of this game back after the touchdown for Kellen Mond. So 8:27. It's going to be desperation time for the Aggies.
3 possessions, you're 3 scores down. You have to be in clock offense now. And if you think about their last touchdown drive, it was almost all pass, but it's going to have to be at the line of scrimmage now to get themselves a chance to get back into this ball game.
Titus Smith is back. Smith will let it sail into the end zone, touch back to the 25-yard line. Last drive for Kellen Mond. He was just about perfect, 6 for 7.
I thought it was great. Nice, easy throws, a lot of dump routes, easy 10-yard out, great back shoulder fade, and then the corner route for the touchdown. Great catch, elude the tackler, one-on-one. Like Rick said, this is almost 2-minute mentality right here. It's get up to the line of scrimmage, call play, get back up, and let's get rolling right now. You can't waste a lot of time.
Watch this Auburn pass rush. They know what's going on here. Number 3 says this is lunchtime.
So let's eat, boys.
They dominated the fourth quarter last year against Mond and the Aggies. Pocket holds up this time over the middle. That's complete. It's Weidermeyer, the true freshman tight end from Dickinson, Texas. Jeremiah Denson makes the stop.
The thought process isn't, though, as an offense, you want to go fast, but you don't need to start taking shots. You don't need every other ball to be a go ball or a deep dagger or a post route.
On 2nd and 2. This one, Osmond makes the grab, has the first down, gets to the 39-yard line. Jamon Osmond, Curry on the stop.
The idea is to stay on schedule. But if they come out of zone and get a little antsy, get a little irritated with giving up short things, then you have to be willing to take a shot down the field.
Well, that is not good news at all. Jamon Osmond down for the Aggies. He's the go-to target for Kellen Mond. And now he is down on this desperation drive for the Aggies. Jamon Osmond pointing to his left knee. Last year he missed 4 games with an injured foot. Came back in time to be a major target for the Aggies last year, and this year trying to jog it out on the sideline. But Osmond out for now. Cameron Buckley into the game for the Aggies, 1st and 10. Mond against heavy pressure. Just heaves it, and Weidermeyer had a chance to run it down. T.D. Moultrie applies the pressure on Kellen Mond this time.
It just seems like Auburn, anytime they want to bring pressure tonight, they've done a great job of disguising it. And even when Kellen Mond sees it, you saw him right there redeclare to the will linebacker, get his line working to the left. They still find a way to win these one-on-one matchups. So we'll see if they continue to bring pressure and keep getting Kellen Mond off his spot back there in the pocket.
This is Rodney Garner, the defensive line coach for Auburn's favorite portion of the game, because he gets to use all his game, the 2-man games, the 3-man games.
again on the line here with 2nd and 10. Mon, head fake, pump fake, downfield, and it is caught. Mon finds Kendrick Rogers. I mean, that was a pump fake, like a basketball pump fake.
That was smooth right there.
Fabulous play by Mon.
Finds Rogers, gain of 17. So into Auburn territory. Nick Cole late getting off for the Tigers. Mont stepping up. Davis makes a great grab inside the 35. Courtney Davis stretches out to make a play for his QB, gain of 12.
That's a great job moving in the pocket, stepping up, and keeping your eyes down the field. Oh, catching the back tip of the football right there. A little scary for a quarterback when he sees that, but great catch, and they're on schedule right now, Coach.
Absolutely. Jimbo's thinking, let's try to score by 5.5 to 6 minutes.
Mon, the sideline.
The biggest smile on Coach's face right now when he saw that flag come out.
Pass interference. Number 4, defense. Penalty placed the ball, spot of the foul with automatic first down.
Spot foul because it's less than 15 yards. That's a pretty good shove right there on Buckley. B.
Now remember, a field goal is okay on this drive. I mean, you'd love a touchdown, but you have to get points. You have to get points as you sit here down 18.
Well, Kellen Mond here in the 4th has been at his best. 5 for 7, the touchdown pass, getting a touchdown on the last drive. But the problem for Mond and the Aggies, the Tigers responded with that 6-minute touchdown drive.
Auburn, everyone's lined up at the line of scrimmage here. Maybe possibly all on blitz.
Here they come. Mond, fade. Receiver didn't come back to it. So that is Chapman. That's the freshman. So you missed Jay Sternberger. I mean, I know it's rather unfair, but boy.
He actually had Spiller leaking out there, wide open up the middle of the field. But as a quarterback, you're taught just retreat a little bit, put some air under the football. DBs aren't looking. See if you give your guy a chance to make a play on it.
That's where you would have liked the quarterback to signal just a fade rather than a double move, a post corner, because you don't have time for a post corner.
Yep.
Auburn, who's been getting pressure all day, now coming from all angles here in the 4th with an 18-point lead. Spiller at the top of the screen, empty backfield. Getting the snap off on 2nd and 10. Mond caught. Buckley. 1st and goal, Aggies. Igbenogany.
Great back shoulder right there. Just one-on-one inside fade. Great job by Buckley, get his head around, make the catch, get a little toe tap in there.
All passes on this drive. So now 1st and goal. Spiller with Mond. Spiller takes it. Spiller stood up just short. Brown in there along with Tyrone Truesdell's 2nd and goal.
Obviously, you want to score, but you also have to conserve time. As this clock continues to tick, you need 2 more scores after this one. Running the ball against that stout defense is uphill, and then some.
Rolling to 6 minutes. Remember, Auburn's last touchdown drive took 6 minutes. With Spiller with him. On 2nd and goal. Mond looking, it's tipped, and it is incomplete over the middle. 3rd and goal.
And they're just playing a picket fence defense. Everyone's lined up about 2 yards inside the end zone. And just, if you're going to score, you have to throw to the back of the end zone.
Derek Brown.
Oh, good job by Brown tipping the ball. But back in the end zone is kind of a sweet spot in this defense right now. Some of these big receivers going to be able to have to make a play back there.
Interesting question for Jimbo. Should they not score here? Does he go for it on 4th down, knowing 3 scores are necessary? Or do you kick the field goal? I think he kicked the field goal.
Yep.
You got to keep hope alive.
Over is the H-back. On 3rd and goal, motion on the line.
Looks like the
Ball started. Yeah. 65. Offense. Flagrant penalty. 3rd down.
Be interesting to see who jumped first. Jimbo thinks it was encroachment.
It looked like Dan Moore right there. Nick Coe picked up his hand briefly. We saw him in the 3-point stance, but not enough to draw.
What you learn in this world of coaching is it doesn't matter what Jimbo thinks. It's what those fellas in the striped shirts think.
Aggies substitute, so Auburn substitutes as well.
Game clock operator, please put the game clock back to 5:46. Previous spot was an incomplete pass.
I think the Auburn defender moved, but I don't think he was in the neutral zone.
Thank you.
I think they got the call right. This makes the decision for Jimbo on 4th down easier from the 6.
Look at that picket fence right there. Everyone lined up right at the goal line saying, if you're going to score on us, it needs to be in the back of the end zone.
Goal line 7.
Armed on the roll. Gets that picket fence, tosses back to the end zone, incomplete. 4th and goal. Jimbo Fisher arguing again, but here comes the field goal unit.
Smart move here, especially with the penalty.
If successful, you're down 15.
Still don't think you need an onside kick at this point.
I don't think so
you
either.
have 3 timeouts to go. You're just hoping your defense gets you a 3 now in some good field position.
He's exactly right.
Sherwin here, 23.
And they got it within their target. We said 5.5 minutes. They got it with 5:40.
So the short field goal is good for Seth Small. 3 on the board. Auburn holds the Aggies out of the end zone. 28-13. Tigers in the 4th. Back in Aggie land here in the 4th quarter. Coming up after our game, Adam Houston and BJ will have scores and highlights and a preview of Notre Dame, Georgia on the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Carter Blackburn, Rick Neuheisel, Aaron Murray, John Schriffen. Here at Kyle Field, which is uncharacteristically quiet here in the 4th quarter in an SEC matchup that was expected to go down to the wire, but time's starting to run out for Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies. 5:36, and that tells the whole story. Auburn on the ground, dominant over the Aggies today.
And a year ago, it was just the opposite.
Right.
It was over 202 yards for the Aggies and only 19 for Auburn, as they stole one from the Aggies late in Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn in the red zone has been terrific. The Aggies don't have a touchdown in the red zone. Braden Mann's kickoff. Finally trickle in. Benogany was back, just going to let it roll into the end zone. Touchback. Tonight, the SEC on CBS under the lights for a primetime matchup that will shape the landscape of this year's college football season. 7th ranked Fighting Irish against number 3 Georgia here on CBS.
I'm sorry to say this, Rick, but the Pac-12 right now is not looking too hot. And if Notre Dame loses tonight, gives SEC an opportunity once again to get 2 teams in. Just playing it. So Pac-12 over here.
I was trying to figure out how you were getting Notre Dame, Georgia around to the Pac-12. I mean, USC.
Just say more SEC teams in the playoffs. It's opening it up to look like it.
Clay Helton's USC team played hard.
Those receivers are legit.
But to your point, I mean, it's going to be hard to find a way for a Pac-12 team into the college football playoff at this point with Utah's loss. But here's the reminder. It is September. I mean, you want to go ahead and fill it out right now. And it's fun to talk about. That's the fun of it. But the Auburn Tigers would like to have something to say about that. The SEC West, we talked about how if they came in with a true freshman and played extremely well today against number 17 Texas A&M in this environment, it would be a big statement about Auburn being ready to contend in the SEC West. They have looked the part thus far. 2 of the biggest wins this season so far. Auburn, Oregon, and then if Auburn finds a way to finish this game right now, Auburn over A&M. That's 2 ranked teams for a freshman quarterback.
And if Bo Nix completes those 3 shot opportunities that he overthrew today, because his alarm clock was going a little quick, they're going to be lethal.
First charge time out of the half. Texas
A&M. Aggies, we step aside. 4:46 left in the 4th quarter. It is getting dark for the Aggies, but you see a recipe for Texas A&M.
Well, they have to get a stop here, and I do not think that anything dangerous will be done offensively here. They're lining up here and empty to try to get a tell as to what the defense will be. They'll bring that running back in, maybe a screen, maybe a draw, maybe Bo Nix keeping the ball, but I do not see them throwing it here.
Nix hands off to Whitlow. He is dropped, and There's the second timeout, Jimbo Fisher, after Tyree Johnson makes the stop. So we will step aside.
Second charge.
Still one timeout for the Aggies, and with 4:41, they get the 3 and out. Sipos on to punt. Pole with a chance at a return to set up the Aggies with a short field.
The fact that you've used 2 timeouts now, the next marker is 3 minutes. You'd like to score if you're the Aggies by the 3-minute mark.
All back up. Good punt. Lost it! Loose football scooped up by the Aggies. They somehow managed to run it down after Paul muffs the punt. And with 4:30, somehow it ends up for the Aggies. Fuller ends up grabbing it for Texas A&M after the muff by Paul.
They're
Trying to make a play right there.
They're going to get him in some meetings and say the virtue of fair catches. 4 down territory, fellas.
We're talking about last drive. Yeah, it's fine throwing some slants and little in routes. Right here, you have to at some point take a couple shots down the field. See if you can win a one-on-one.
But stay on schedule with the idea
Yep.
that you're going to score somewhere between 2 minutes and 30 and 3 minutes. Knowing a touchdown is the only alternative.
No more
You
field
have
goals
to
at this
score.
point.
Yep.
Ends up being a 50-yard punt there from Sipos. Critical punt, setting up field position in Auburn's favor. Mond on 1st and 10. In the pocket, steps up, dropped by Kendrick Rogers. Dropped over the middle of the 30-yard line.
And this is what we're going to see from this Auburn defense right now. That 2 Tampa, which is pretty much a glorified 3 deep. You got 2 safeties way off the hash. You got the middle linebacker running through the middle of the field. And they're going to give up. They're going to give up 8, 9, 10-yard plays and continue to milk this clock if you're going to want to try to win this game.
3 sacks, and the Auburn defensive line has put the pressure on Kellen Mond all game. Here they come. Mond hit as he throws, delivers, goes right back to Rogers, who makes the grab and gets across the 35.
He's been waiting for that all week. That's a Sam Sarah blitz off the outside. They're going to play cover 2 behind it.
Trap coverage.
Yeah, a little trap coverage. Throws right over the cornerback in the hole over there. Great job, great read. He saw it coming. He saw the free safety flying over on the top to get to his hand.
Christian Tutt lays the lick. Mond incomplete. Delivers on the outside again. Looking for Rogers again. And Igbenogany and Rogers get tangled up. Play on.
Play on is right. It is absolutely hand-to-hand combat out there. Kevin Steele applying pressure. Not going to sit back. Not going to let this happen. He's going to be responsible for what takes place here. Defensive coordinator for Auburn, staying aggressive.
4:02 at a quiet Kyle Field. Aggies down by 18. Delivers. That's Cavoni out of the backfield across the 45. Igbenogany there on the stop.
First down.
Temporarily stopping the clock at 3:54.
They are a big play from getting this crowd back into it, Carter.
There's Kevin Steele, former head coach at Baylor. He's been to College Station a lot. Over 300 passing yards now for Mond. Chased again. Mond slips out. Mond has the first down and slides near the 36-yard line. So Mond goes scrambling for 16.
Those are the legs we've been waiting to see in this football game. Everyone's playing off. Bill Linebacker gets out there to throw the running back. Free space for him to get out there and get the first down. They're moving on schedule. Plenty of time. Got a little time out in the pocket as well.
Not going to use that on offense, though, knowing 2 scores are necessary.
Tutt showing pressure off the edge again. Mond 1st and 10 steps up. That's complete. It's Davis who has it inside the 25-yard line. Another first down. Chance to stop the clock as the chains are set. Now it's rolling inside of 3 minutes.
Boy, they're starting it fast. Those chains aren't set by the time they're starting.
You think this is Aggie landed to be a little bit on their side. Oh, snap it, throw it.
side, number 55, the defense. This movement into the neutral zone.
They'll start this clock again after they set it, so they need to be ready to go.
First down.
Fourth offside's called. Ready for play, and now it's winded. 2:45 on 1st and 5. On in the pocket, check it, clock rolling. Seconds ticking away. The Aggie fans feel it. So on 1st and 5, Bond. That's called, but it doesn't give you much. I mean, it's called by Rodgers, but no chance of the first down. The clock's rolling now. You have the timeout, but Ricky just said you don't use it on offense. So
mindful of the last possession as well. Now you're down to almost the necessity of an onside kick.
First, you have to get in the end zone. Bond steps up, delivers, end zone caught, touchdown Aggies. Anais Smith has the TD grab for Texas A&M. 2-12. Aggies aren't done yet.
That could have easily been a late hit on the quarterback too.
And then Derek Brown is down on the field for Auburn.
Derek Brown was the one who delivered the hit. Got him up around the face and neck.
Great throw. Or see the hit right here. Sands in the pocket. Feels a big guy, and that's bringing him down a little late right there. But great job by Mon. Feeling the pressure, big guy in your face, and delivering a strike for cover 2 down the middle of the field.
Roughing the passer call there could have given him a chance to get half the distance to the goal and go for 2 here.
Instead, Seth Small out for the PAT to make it an 8-point game. 2 minutes and 18 seconds on the drive. Small boots it through. So 8-point game, 2-12. And the one timeout big for Jimbo Fisher. If the Aggies can get another stop on defense or onside kick.
That's an impressive throw there. They would get up and down. Defensive lineman in your face. You know it's cover
Derek
2.
Brown in your kitchen.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
That's when you're glad you're a 6'4" quarterback and not a little shrimp like me back there.
Dear Mrs. Mon, Derek Brown is a large. He's in your son's lap.
Anais Smith, who had a TD versus Lamar. Missed the opener because of concussion, but they think he's going to be very good. So, I mean, Rick, you set this up a while back. This is all part of the strategy, and Braden Mann is an excellent onside kicker as well.
And the rules that have been for safety purposes that have been used over or added to this onside kick over the years make it less likely. You can't do that one hop deal. You can fair catch that. So this is going to skid around the ground, and somebody's got to make a play over there wearing a maroon shirt.
Here's the onside kick from Mann. One hop, and it is caught in the hands team, and it is Auburn football. And Whitlow puts his hands on it and secures it. Whitlow's not giving rid of that football. Only one timeout, one chance to stop the clock, and now the Aggies are open for a miracle.
Well, right now, with one timeout, you get to stop it one time. That means there's 40 seconds twice, which means 80 seconds. A minute 20, you can roll off.
Do I need to write this down for us right now?
Yes, I'm just telling you.
Start writing it down?
So there is time here.
That's why I brought the abacus.
There is absolute time to get the ball back. You use your timeout immediately, forcing Auburn to run the football. You don't save it to get the clock off. And you got to be ready for quarterback run here too. Dare him to throw.
Nix will hand off. Whitlow across the 50. Well, this is a big decision by Auburn to give the football to Whitlow, who has the fumbling issues. There's a timeout at 2:05, but Gus Malzahn showing confidence in Jatavius Whitlow.
Third and final timeout of the half. Texas A&M. It will be a 30-second timeout.
It's not just confidence in him. It's confidence in your defense, too, right now. But I think he knows that, hey, 2 hands on the football. We're not even going to try to break a tackle here.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, stay up, and then as a quarterback, too, in this situation, you teach Bo Nix, hey, as soon as you hand it off, you follow the ball. You follow the running back in case something kooky happens. You're there to pick it up as well.
Right now, Jimbo, assuming that they get stops in the next 2 downs, can get the ball back with somewhere between 35 and 40 seconds. giving them a chance for some sort of miracle quick drive to throw into the end zone late.
Plus, you may go out for the punt, too.
A first down ends it.
Yeah, and if you get to fourth down, they're punting the football. You're bringing out your punt blockers and see if you can get one as well.
And this is where Jimbo tells Mike Elko, if they throw the ball, it's on me. You stop the run.
There's 0% chance they throw the football.
If they throw the ball, it's on me. You get in there. There's no safety here. Add numbers.
Whitlow again on the left side. 2 hands on the football. Aggies trying to rip it out. Brown gets the stop. 1:57, and that 40 seconds will tick all the way down.
Coach, you let this go all the way out and call a timeout with 1 second if you're Auburn right now?
I don't think it's necessary. I think you can save your timeout. You know what you're doing.
And now with the Aggies out of timeout, an Auburn first down means you can take a knee.
Absolutely. A chance to be 4-0 in College Station. Who would believe that? This kind of raucous environment. I told you these Aggies would come to life. They got a touchdown. Look for a little quarterback run right here.
Desperate for a stop. Zeros. There's your timeout.
They did take the timeout.
Yep, so just take it down, and then on 3rd and 5, you convert here. Auburn can walk out of College Station 4-0 under Gus Malzahn, and the road teams, I mean, as you said, Aaron, this is not just a huge win to get 1-0 in the SEC, but to say you're 4-0 with wins over Oregon and at Texas A&M. I mean, this is commanding now, right?
2 of the most impressive wins to start the season by any team right now in all of college football. You got to give the nod to Auburn at the moment. This is a very good A&M team. You have a chance to win this game on the road as well. And I've been most impressed with Bo Nix tonight. He grew up a lot in my eyes.
25 years ago this weekend, fellas, we threw a Hail Mary with Colorado at Michigan. So this one isn't over quite yet.
3rd and 5. Nix with 1:20. The Aggies out of timeouts. Nix will keep it.
He's got it.
And slides. First down, Auburn, and now they can take a knee with an 8-point lead, and Texas A&M out of timeouts.
That is a great call. That is a great execution. You see the advanced education of Nix. He knows when I get out there, I'm going to go down before I go out of bounds. But this one is over. What a great win for the Auburn Tigers.
Just the 7th team ever to win 4 straight trips to Kyle Field, joining Alabama, Arkansas, Texas, Rice, SMU, and TCU back in the old Southwest Conference days. So question was how Bo Nix would fare against the 12th man, Kyle Field, and the Aggies of Texas A&M, and it is Bo Nix hitting a knee in victory formation as Auburn will go to 4-0 with a dramatic win over Oregon and a commanding win at Texas A&M.
That's a great way to start the SEC right there, playing in this league for this Auburn team for Bo Nix.
And you go back to the throws that he missed. How much will he learn? How much will he gain from this experience? The confidence is going to start to surge. Those throws are going to start to get more comfortable, and this team's going to be dangerous.
Well, he's been confident more and more every single week. I think he took another stride forward in the right direction.
I like the Aggies fighting back, though. These are 2 good football teams. Going to be heard from again.
It's official now. Auburn 4-0, 1-0 in the SEC. With Georgia, Notre Dame still to come. A major statement from the Auburn Tigers here in College Station, Texas. 4-0 in Aggie land. And now it's time for the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike's Sub. They only rushed for 19 yards last year against the Aggies. Got 57 on this play from Anthony Schwartz to set the tone. Opening drive touchdown for the Tigers. They got a 14-0. And Schwartz with a major opening statement for Auburn today.
Speed kills.
And John Shriven is with Gus Malzahn and Bo Nix.
Coach, we will get to your star quarterback in a second, but first, talk about the effort of your defense, completely shutting down this run game. How impressed were you with their performance?
Our defense is a real defense, there's no doubt. They're a special offense. We shut down the the run. That really made the difference in the first half as we were sputtering a little bit offensively. And this guy stepped up. He's growing up every game, man. Look out.
What did you learn about your freshman quarterback in a hostile environment? Was never shaken at all.
No, the moment's not going to be too big for him. This place is a tough place to play. That's a really, really good team. And, you know, we found a way to win.
Congratulations, Coach. Impressive win.
All right, thank you.
Let's bring in the star of the game, quarterback Bo Nix. Your first road game in the SEC in a hostile environment. Describe what this atmosphere was like for you.
I mean, it's awesome. That's why you come and play SEC football. And we battled as a team. And Texas A&M, got to give them props because they were a really good team. They had a really good defense. There at the end, they played us close, and so, but we fought together as a team, and we came through with the win.
You got those 2 scores early on, and then the offense kind of sputtered out a little bit. What did you say? What did you do to get the offense rolling again?
Well, we just came out the second half, and we found some plays that worked, and we ran them. And so Coach Malzahn does a really good job at halftime adjustments, and we came out and we ran the ball on them, and that gave us enough for the win.
It is hard to believe, but you are only a freshman. You look so comfortable out there. Where do you get this composure from?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a game of football, and I'm out here having fun, like you said, in a great environment. Watching it on TV, it's a lot different in here playing, and hopefully we can just build on this and continue throughout SEC play.
You had fun, and we had a lot of fun watching you. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Big performance.
Thank y'all.
Guys.
Hope you enjoyed watching it on TV. Silver, Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel, John Striff, and I'm Carter Blackburn saying so long from College Station. Final score 28-20. War Eagle. The CBS Sports College Football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage is up next. Auburn 4-0, 1-0 in the SEC.